and our equipment.
It is, yeah, more the equipment.
Yeah.
Yep. So the YouTube feed. I looked on YouTube. I had somebody send me a text. I couldn't find this on YouTube either.
I couldn't either.
So,
Earlier we did, but not.
yeah. Yep. So
How's
we
your little,
hopefully are back on
how's your little
Facebook.
granddaughter back there?
Pardon me?
How's your little
She's doing great.
She good? How old is she?
She's a little over 6 months old now.
She's adorable. What's her name?
Scarlet May.
Oh, beautiful.
Yep, she is a little redhead. So, yep, daughter and granddaughter's here. So
That's great.
Didn't have nothing else to do. But 6-race rundown real fast. Did you get that? I
part
was
of
playing
it,
with
yeah.
granddaughter.
No problem. I got part of it. I got the finish. I know the final mile was in 59 and a piece. Number 1, Trunk Bay Hanover, was our winner. Number 2, Star Rockin' was 4th. Number 3, Long Live Cowgirls finished 5th, was placed 6th. Bit of a bombshell the opposite, finished 6th, placed 5th. Lost of the Night was 3rd, and Juicy Gossip Girl. It's a great Western vintage colt. She finished 2nd. And we will be on to the 7th here, which is the first division of 2-year-old filly trotters. Total purse of $13,587. There are 3 divisions. This one is sponsored by S&S Feed.
Yep, don't know that company. So,
Okay, that's the only thing in this area that you haven't had a relationship with since I met you 2 hours ago.
Yeah, I don't know everything.
Okay,
now, next week at Washington Courthouse, yes, I probably will know just about everything.
I got you. Number 1 is IB Cream, Alex Hawk, and the bike for Steven Swatzel. This is a De La Cream filly out of Reina B by the great Amigo Hall. Charles Vigneron from Williamstown, West Virginia. Swatzel from Ohio. Spencer from Ohio are the owners. First lifetime start, and some nice breeding here, and let's see how this girl gets out of the gate with Alex today.
The 2 is Dublin Miss Alley with owner, trainer, driver Ronnie Gillespie. Yeah.
Another Volstead for Ronnie.
That's right. Dublin Valley Farm was the breeder. Must have been a private sale. No sales listed there. Got a start. Finished 2nd over at Circleville in 2-8 and come back to a qualifier 2-1 and 4 last quarter in 30 and some change for the Volstead filly.
Ronnie's had a couple of Volsteads down in the Kentucky Fair Circuit and the Proud Series down there, both of whom have been outstanding. First week, one of them won by 37 lengths, and when he left the winner's circle, I screamed down to him, I'm like, Ronnie, and he put his hands up as if and said, I had no idea. So these little guys can surprise you, you know, when you get out there.
It's like the horse he won the Next Generation with. At first he said, I didn't like him.
He didn't like him.
So got
That's
to about
right.
220.
That's right. Petra. Jeff Neisinger trains, drives, and owns, along with Johnny Stamp from South Bloomfield. This is an Uncle Peter filly. Katie. Out of Master Levesque, 3 out of 3 on the money. Here come the horses. Let's do the intro, and we'll get back to the breeding shortly.
Sponsored by S&S Feed. Number 1 is IB Cream for Alex Hawk. 2, Dublin Miss Alley, Ronnie Gillespie. Number 3, Petra, Jeff Neisinger. Number 4, Lucky Amy T, Dylan Fagan at the lines. Number 5, Rose Run Ashton, Austin Henners. Number 6, Teacher Kate, scoring off the second tier for driver Matt Brown. 6 2-year-old filly trotters will be out the post in 3 minutes.
And the 4 is Pluck Pammy T. Dylan Fagan aboard for trainer Brett Swartz, who also co-owns with Dylan, along with Billy Bean from Sabina here in Clinton County. And Racehorse Express had a start over at Oak Grove this year in the Kentucky Proud Series. made a couple breaks. So
Number 5 is Rose Run Ashton. Austin Hanners will be driving for Pamela Young and the owner Big Dog Racing out of Circleville. This is an Uncle Peter filly by the mare Rose Run value by DeHambro.
$50,000 Buckeye Classic purchase. So
Yeah, expectations.
are a little high. Now,
Absolutely.
Yes. And the 6 rounding out the field, Matthew Brown is on Teacher Kate. Matthew trains for owners Dwayne Lowry and Richwood and Michelle Brown out of Newark. The Enterprise filly out of credit winner mare Rare Beauty started over at Circleville, trotted her mile in 2:12. Just stayed flat though.
Yeah, I'll tell you, that's the one interesting thing about this program. There's only 6, 7, 8. There's only 8 race lines on this program amongst the 5 horses. But there's only one break.
That's right.
Which is abnormal and a good sign. So hopefully they'll get through this one with 6 finishers as well. I think based on the what we can see here, Petra has been pretty solid and is the 8-5 favorite. Everybody else is pretty long up here on the board. The 1 is 10-1. The 2 is 25-1. Put some 30-second quarters here, but you know what? In this race, with this breeding, and at this age, with this few starts, it's wide open.
Yeah, because 2-year-old trotting colts yesterday went 2-4 and 2-5.
Is that right?
Oh yeah, because I was in the first division. They got to the half and 1-1, and Michael hold a 3/4 pole was crying for his mommy. Barker, I had Barker driving yesterday.
Right.
He and I didn't get along at Circleville, so Dad put Barker up.
Right.
He said down the backside we was all right. He said then the closer 3/4 pole we got, he said man, he just started falling apart. His legs were going every which way. I said he ain't never seen fractions like that.
No.
He's crying for his mommy there.
Oh yeah, that's a
but
tough half.
Yeah, but
That's
they
tough
they
half.
was rolling yesterday. The 2-year-olds were, and so everything was going fast. They got a good track here at Wilmington.
I asked Jeremy before the last ladies race what the track record was here, and he pulled out his program from yesterday, which he had marked to show me that Cyclone Union Jack went out here yesterday at 154-3 to break the track record. I don't think we're going to get that today.
Nah.
Because that is a proven solid gelding with a mark of 150 at Scioto. But that's a really fast time for a half-mile
and
fair
it was a
track.
great race
Was
because
it?
they
Yeah.
kept coming at them.
Wow.
There's a lot of movement in that race. So, but right now we got the 7th race, first division, 2-year-old trotting fillies. Let's send it up to Brian.
They're open to trotting, and I Green and Alex Hawk firing right out to the front. Dub with Miss Allie away nicely in second, and it's Petra. Hung on the outside looking for a seat as Rose Run Ashton is off stride with Dub with Miss Allie. Around the turn they go, and Hawks on top with I.B. Cream. Got the lead by about 6 lengths. Petra. In there second, trying to close the gap. Side from the second tier, Teacher Kate. Off stride was Rose Run Ashton. Lucky Pammy T moves up to the inside. Back trotting is Dublin Miss Allie. They trotted an opening quarter in 30 and 4/5 seconds, and I.B. Cream. Alex Hawk has that De La Creme filly on top by a length. Nice Auger has tightened down with Petra. As he looks him over from second. Back there in third is Teacher Kate. In front of the fans in the stands the first time, and it's Alex Hawk and I.B. Cream on top by 2 lengths. Outrider, whether we got a horse in the infield. Outrider, we got a horse in the infield. I think Mr. Fagan's okay, but we'll keep an eye out as I.B. Cream took him by a half in 104 and 3/5 seconds, and heads are pointed towards 3/4. I.B. Cream now is on top by about 3 lengths. Petra is in there second, under encouragement for Nice Auger. 3 lengths further back to Teacher Kate, and far back to Dublin Miss Allie, and the 2 trailers of Plucky Pammy T. Rose Run Ashton. 3/4 on the board at 134-3, and the gap is closing. IB Cream appears to be on fumes, and Petra comes to the outside for Night Summer. IB Cream will try to fend her off on the grandstand side. Petra is trotting on, but IB Cream found more. IB Cream. Alex Hall takes the 7.
All right, Alex Hawk, gate to wire with IB Cream from the rail for trainer Steve Swatzel. Co-owns with Charles Vigneron and the Southern Valley legend, Donald Spencer. Pomeroy, Ohio, better known as Rock Springs. So, I am joined right now, we'll get to this race back here in a second, but I'm joined right now with Matthew Kiesler. Matthew, you had a drive yesterday. Welcome here. Welcome to Ohio. You are from North Dakota, if I remember correctly.
Yes, sir.
All right. What got you into horse racing?
Ever since I was in high school. Ever since I was in high school,
Judges are looking into the incident at the 3
I was with my dad to Hollywood Park
but
in
the winner
South
is
Davis
clear. IB Cream and Alex Hawk.
Really liked
Does
it.
not
I was
affect the top 3 finishers. The general inquiry into the
And so I
racing
got my
action in the
chance
second
when
quarter.
I was
1, 3,
deputy
6.
sheriff in Bonneville County, which was not far from the Canadian border. And I raced at the Manitoba Great Western Fair there as an owner trainer. And I drove in some qualifiers, and I was hooked.
Yep.
Yeah.
Once you're out there behind that gate, there's nothing like it.
No,
is
there
there?
isn't. There's nothing like it at all.
So what's the racing in Ohio like compared to what you get out west?
Well, the horsemen in both places, in both Manitoba and here in Ohio, are excellent. I mean, we've met the nicest people here in Ohio. Trainers, drivers, especially Bobby Joe Brewer and Jason Beatty that train our horses. Jason's given me a lot of driving tips, and it's really neat. You know, when it all comes together, it takes a little while. You know, when it comes together, it's really neat and really exciting, and I'm looking forward to where it's going to go.
Good. Now, you have any plans to move here to Ohio?
I do, yes.
Okay. After retirement?
Yep, I do.
How many more years you got with the force?
Well, actually, I could retire the 1st of August because I'll be 55 and out. Got state retirement program. I could go on.
Gotcha.
Hold on, IB Cream.
Switching down to the winner's circle here real fast, and we'll finish up.
Charles McGraw, West Virginia, Stephen Swatzel, Pomeroy, Ohio, Don Spencer, Pomeroy, Ohio, King Steve Swatzel, Alex Hawk, back in the Clinton County Fair winner's circle. IB Green, first lifetime victory establishes a lifetime mark of 205, 1/5.
Okay, quit talking, Ellen. Take the picture. All right, run down real fast. IB Cream was your winner. Dublin Miss Alley was 4th. Petra was 2nd. Pluck Pammy T was 6th. Rose Run Ashton was 5th. Teacher Kate was 3rd. And he's not announced the final time yet, but we'll get back to that here in a second. So coming back to here to Matthew Kiesler, all the way from North Dakota. So you got a couple horses here. How many horses do you have right now?
Let's see, we have, that's terrible, I don't even know how many we've got. I think
That means you got too
yeah,
many.
I know, man. You know, you could never have enough horses. We have 7.
7 right now?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
And all with Bobby Joe?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Good. So when you come to Ohio here and you visit, how much barn time do you get?
Oh, I get all the barn time I can get.
There you go.
Absolutely.
It helps take the stress off of what we do for a living.
Yes, it does. It does.
Yep. So, because horses don't talk back.
Nope, they don't.
No. You know, they're very peaceful, and especially when you get a connection between one or two, and
Absolutely.
Just makes her problems go away.
Absolutely.
Until they're problems.
That's true.
Yeah.
You can confide in them and they won't repeat a thing.
That's right. So, all right, Matthew. Hey, thank you for your time. Thank you for sitting in the sun with me. I know you was up in the shade there, where it's a whole lot cooler. So, but
Thanks
we
for
wish
having
you the
me.
best of luck. Where's your next driving start?
Let's see. I will, hopefully when I come back out here in a few weeks or a month or so, whenever I come out, I'll make hopefully a fair start or maybe a qualifier or two.
Okay. And you're working for your P license,
Yes,
correct?
sir. Yep.
Good. Awesome. Have you driven at Delaware yet?
I have not.
Is that on the
but
bucket list?
Yeah, it is a bucket list.
Good deal.
Yep. Try to get an amateur race there. I've got a really good horse, Michael Lou, a trotter, who I think would be a good amateur horse for me.
Good luck
So,
to you.
yeah, thank you.
All right. Thanks, sir. Be safe, man.
Thanks a lot, brother.
All right.
See ya.
So we got 7 down, 10 to go. We're going to look at the 8th race here, which is going to be the 2-year-old Payson fillies. 3rd division, 6 of them going to the gate. So let's take a look at that here after we hear a word from our sponsors.
Volstead, Coach K. Hanover, Slay, Ohio's top trotters stand at Dublin Valley Farms. Volstead's offspring include Sugar Instead, the 2023 Ohio 2-year-old Trotting Filly of the Year, and 2024 Ohio Sire Stakes winner Jurassic Hattie. Coach K. Hanover, the son of world record holder Walner, and Slay, the son of Chapter 7, standing his first season at Dublin Valley Farms.
Do you want your horse to shine in the winner's circle? Feed DAC Oil. It makes a world of difference.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year. Our expert team of boarded surgeons, sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sport horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
All right. He's giving a rundown of the 7th. I'm going to try to catch the time here.
Rose Run Ashton has also been declared did not finish, as driver Austin Hanners was unseated. Number 6, Teacher King, 3. So that makes your top down 1, 4, 2, DNF, 3 on the bottom. 30 and 4 fifths, 104 and 3, 134 and 3.
Unseated. What happened? I saw the horse in the water.
Yeah, I don't know because I was getting Matt set up. I wasn't paying attention. Imagine that. So, all right, 8th race coming up here. Once again, we thank you guys for your patience with us for the technical difficulties we had. But that sun is beating down on our equipment. Electronic stuff, when it gets hot, it has a tendency not to cooperate very much. So we got the 3rd division 2-year-old Payson fillies. Purse of $3,080. Ski Racing Stable, Jason Borowski stable there. The number 1 is Miami Vice. Is Dylan driving that one? Yep. Dylan Fagan's going to be on that horse. Brett Swartz owns, trains. Dylan Fagan down as owner, and Mitchell Bean down as owner also. A Catch the Fire filly. She's out of the Better's Delight mare Ozone. Has 1 start this year over at Circleville, and looks like she made a break over there.
Number 2 is Hillary's Girl. King Kaufman trains, will drive. Redline Racing, Red Racer, and Kevin Wogamon are the owners of this lather up filly by the mare Hillary Style. Out of the stallion of the 21st century, Some Beach Somewhere.
That's right. The 3 is Emerald Diamond. I'm going to guess Austin's going to drive that one since it's Steve Carter trained.
Yeah, I didn't catch that either,
Yeah.
so, okay.
The Muscle Diamond filly is out of the Conway Hall mare Emerald, My Way. Doug Miller out of Canada, Springhaven Farms, Utica, Ohio are the owners and the breeders. No starts this year, so first time starter.
Number 4, Crosswinds Sweet Pea. David Elliott trains, Ronnie Gillespie on the bike, 2-year-old filly by Western Vintage, out of the mare Jiffy Lee by Village Jiffy. Owned by the Crosswinds Standardbred Farm of Waynesville, Ohio. It's a $3,500 purchase. Been on the track twice this year at the fairs, once at Circleville and another at Ottawa, and broke in the same spot in both races. So Ronnie and David and the owners hoping for a better performance here out of this Western Village filly.
Yep. And the 5, Fearless Lizzie, Chucky Bolin aboard for trainer Larry Six, who co-owns with his daughter Melissa Sword. Fear the Dragon filly of the Western Ideal mare Elizabeth Spencer. She's had 1 start, raced over at Circleville. She got a little tired on the end of it there. And actually, I trained this filly a few days ago for him. Trained all right. She needs to learn. So we're sitting in behind somebody, and she was going left, right. So she didn't quite know. She thought it was time to pull and didn't. And then around the last turn, that horse I was training with got rough gated, made a little break there, and she cleared her, and she didn't know what to do. She kind of hung up a little bit. So she needs to learn how to race a little bit.
Absolutely.
She'll be all right, though.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, these fillies coming out of Fear the Dragon have proven to be really good.
Yeah, they're kind of mean, though.
Yeah, they have a little. Yeah, they do. Hold by Halo, Jeff Neisinger trains, drives, and owns a piece with Johnny Stan of South Bluefield. Another Fear the Dragon filly by Barbuda Babe out of the Great Better's Delight. 4 starts this year, all at the fairgrounds, a third, a second, a third, and a fourth. 3 out of 4 in the money. $1,800 in earnings, and a nice little filly. And I think she's the 4 to 5 favorite, if I'm seeing the board right.
That's what I saw. So here's post parade for the 8th.
Field being led to the post by number 1, Miami Vice. Driver is Dylan Fagan. 2, Hillary's Girl, King Kaufman. 3 will terrain pass number 4, Crosswinds Sweet Pie, Ronnie Gillespie. Number 5, Fearless Lizzie, Chuck Bolin. Number 6, Hold by Halo, Jeff Neisinger. Is Intersalty. Now parading in front of the stands is number 3, Emerald Diamond. The driver, Austin Henners.
And we're back. We were talking earlier about a big weekend, Meadowlands Pace on Saturday night. It's interesting where we stand right now with 3-year-old boys because it's pretty wide open everywhere. I mean, there's been, great horses that have matched up against each other already. I don't think that there is a clear favorite. I have not looked at, it's only Tuesday, so the entries aren't posted yet, but we'll see them tomorrow afternoon for Saturday night. And I don't think there's going to be any anything less than 2-1 or 5-2 in the program for the Meadowlands Pace. I think it's pretty wide open. As always, it'll have the best drivers, the best trainers, the best breeding, the wealthiest owners.
Yeah. Yep.
No surprise.
So I was looking at this race here. Look at the 3-horse.
Emerald
Look at the
Diamond,
Yeah, look at the breeding.
Muscle Diamond, the Conway Hall. I know.
Yeah, did you catch that too?
Yeah, absolutely.
I was making sure I was reading that right.
Yeah.
Yeah, trot and bred.
Yeah, $30,000 and ready to roll.
Yeah, as a pacer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man, look at that.
So we got.
That's interesting, huh?
It is. Yep. So it can be interesting to see what Nice Hunger does from the second tier because the 2 show breaks leaving,
Right.
but he's got the favorite right now, even money. So he's gonna have to probably weave through some traffic there, and I bet Gillespie, he might try to get to the front end.
He probably will.
Yeah.
He probably will. Oh, it should be good.
All right, so third division here. We got 5 divisions of the 2-year-old Pace and fillies. When Susan and I was talking, there's a lot of horses in Ohio at the fairs. We're talking 5, 6, Pace and fillies, Pace and colts. But now 2-year-old trot colts are a little short.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, which I've got one, so I'm thankful for that.
Okay, that's good.
That is.
That's good.
I said,
Pay
Pops,
your fees, man. Get into the big
That's right.
races. There's not going to be, but yeah.
Because Pops was talking last year when we was talking about getting one. He said, what do you think about a pacer? I said, pace is a 4-letter word in my barn.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah.
All trotting for
All
you?
trotters, yep.
Really?
I like the challenge. I'm not very good, and I absolutely admit it, but I like the challenge of it because there's a science to it, and there's a craft to getting a baby trotter.
100%.
And like I say, that's why I wear a badge for a living. So,
Yeah.
yeah, but I still enjoy it. It's fun.
Well, it tests your
Challenge.
patience,
Oh,
but
100%.
it strengthens you as you go through the process,
Yep.
which
So.
is the plus side of it.
All right, 8th race coming up. 6 of them: Miami Vice, Hiller's Girl, Emerald Diamond, Crosswinds, Sweet Pea, Fearless Lizzie, Hold My Halo. We're going to send it up to Brian for the call.
Outside, Fearless Lizzie looks to pocket up for Chuck Forward. Off stride with the 3, Emerald Diamond. Now the turn they go, and crosswind, Sweetie Pie. Ronnie Gillespie shot her right out to the front. Nicely away in second was Fearless Lizzie. Third to the inside, Hillary's Girl. Then Miami Vice, Hold My Halo. Far back to the breaker, Emerald Diamond. Down the backside they go, and Ronnie Gillespie is crosswind, Sweetie Pie. Goes by an opening quarter, 30 seconds flat. Right in there, second staying with her is Fearless Lizzie. It's 3 lengths further back. The inside, third is Hillary's Girl. Then it's Miami Vice. Hold My Halo. In front of the fans in the stands for the first time, Crosswind, Sweet Pea. Up front, Western Vintage filly leads it by the length. Fearless Lizzie inside second. Hillary's Girl still third. Now, first to flush. Coming with a rush is Hold My Halo. Jeff Nicehunger sends her on her way to an opening half mile of 1:01 3/5. But up front, Ronnie Gillespie let Crosswind, Sweet Pea out of dodge, and she jumped it off. The 4-horse, the leader, jumped it off as they went into the backstretch. Inheriting the lead on the inside is Fearless Lizzie and Chuck Boland. And Gillespie's back pacing on the outside with Crosswind, Sweet Pea. These two are duking it out down the backside through 3/4 of 1:31 1/5, and they pace as the team. Fearless Lizzie on the inside, on the outside, Crosswind, Sweet Pea. These two are going to battle it out up the home stretch. Inside third, Hillary's Girl, and Hold My Halo on the outside. Crosswind, Sweet Pea. Recovered from the break and has struck the front for Ronnie Gillespie. Inside second, Fearless Lizzie fights on. And on the outside, Hillary's Girl is going to make it tight for place. Very tight for place. But Crosswind, Sweet Pea got back up to win it after the break. Hold
Fourteenth. Comes back, gets the win.
I'm not quite sure that Ronnie did everything he was supposed to do on that break. Isn't he supposed to he's supposed to lose a length or two?
The rule is lose ground, go to the outside to get back. So, but we'll let the judges decide what they saw. And Fearless Lizzie inherited the lead there, and I think she got a little tired. She was one of those. I don't think she's seen fractions like that either before, because this track is fast.
This track is fast.
Yeah. So we'll see what they're going to do here, but very, very tight for second.
Yes, it was.
Kate.
Judges are examining the video from LHHA to determine the braking violation down the backstretch. If not murdered,
Hillary's Girl and Kane Kaufman, and Fearless Lizzie and Chuck Bolin. Now, Chucky came over to me this morning because he's at the fairgrounds with me, and I gave Chucky a very hard time last night on air. And, you know, it's all good fun, but he was my punching bag last night, and I said, Chucky, I'll talk nothing but good about you. So he drove this filly perfect today.
He really did.
He popped up out of there, got a 2-hole trip.
Yes, he did.
Kept her alive up the stretch, and so I would give Chucky props on this one. But I'm sure he's got to drive later on. I may.
Is he 9-5 or 99-1?
He was 99-1.
Mm-hmm.
So if he had finished second and declared the winner,
Yeehaw.
he's going to light up the tote board.
Yes, he is.
So, but Larry, I got a story on Larry 6.
Perfect.
The trainer on this one. Long time ago, back when he first started, Larry's a little. People think he's not the brightest crown in the box.
Oh.
But Larry's fun. He had a horse with my uncle, Keith Haynes, like Keith Haynes. And that was back when you could get the programs in Washington Courthouse for Scioto for the day before.
Day before, okay.
Yep. So they went and got the program, and Larry went up, got it. That morning, he hung the program up in the stall of the horse. And I can't remember the horse's name. He said, now, honey, you got to study this program because you got to beat them. And the 7 and the 8 horse were the 2 favorites.
Okay.
He comes back. They get ready to leave for the track.
Yeah.
The 7 and the 8 was ripped off the paper.
The horse ate the page.
The 7 and 8 scratched, and she wins that night.
Wow.
True story. Because my uncle said, I will take that story to the grave with me.
Wow.
And by golly, yes, 100% true story.
Wow.
That is
that's
Larry 6 in a
insane.
nutshell. He
That
is a great
crazy.
guy. Will do anything for you, but yes, you never know what he's going to say.
That is crazy.
But yeah, that was back in the.
Judges have determined that number 4 crosswind Sweet Pea complied with the braking rules.
Yep.
Lost ground down the back.
Complied.
Yeah.
Okay.
Recover without interfering with other horses.
Okay.
So all was good with Ronnie Gillespie and the winner, Crosswind Sweet Pea. But they still got to get her over making that break, same spot.
Yeah.
4-5-2 in the 8.
Yeah, same spot. I wonder if that's when they're trying to kick the horse in gear a little bit. You know, sometimes they will run when you get a little aggressive if they're starting to get a little tired,
Yeah.
which could very well be how that one went down. That was the 8th. The 9th is coming up shortly. That is our 3-year-old filly Pace, the 2nd division. We're waiting for Ronnie to come back to the winner's circle. What's that smirk on your face for? Is that what it is? Chris has been challenged. I wasn't here for yesterday's challenges, but I will tell you, when I got here this afternoon at about 3:25, first thing Chris said was, they pushed us back till 5 o'clock, thank God. And then he was able to get a hold of some towels, and we spent about an hour drying off all of our equipment. The rain, for those who missed us earlier, we were talking about it, the rain was tropical. It was part of the outer bands of Barrel, and it was sideways, and it didn't just rain in the first couple of rows of the bleachers. It rained all the way to the top, sideways. So Chris is going to have a beer when he gets home tonight, I think. A cold one.
Yeah.
There's our buddy Ronnie Gillespie.
But it looks like no show or place tickets sold on the 5.
Oh, look at that.
Yep.
How about that 440 to win and 780 to place?
No, Quinella was uncovered, and
Wow. Nice job, Ronnie.
so Miami Vice was 5th. Hillary's Girl was 3rd in the photo. Emerald Diamond was 6th. Crosswind Sweet Pea was your winner. Fearless Lizzie was 2nd. Hold My Halo was 4th. You know, I was really rooting for Fearless Lizzie because there's a rule in our barn.
And that is?
If you win, you got to bring donuts in the next morning. I was really wanting a donut.
That's a good rule. That's a good rule. I like that.
Yep. So, which if I text him, I'm sure he'll bring in
He'll
donuts
do it
tomorrow.
anyway. Yeah. Good. Nice.
All right, 8 of them in the books. We got the 9th race coming up, 3-year-old Payson fillies. We're going to take a look at that here after a few commercial breaks.
We'll be right back.
Clinton County has had an important place in Ohio Fair history. It was Clinton County's representative in the state legislature that sponsored a bill allowing for the establishment of local agricultural societies. Now, with legitimacy, counties all over the state began organizing proper societies. Clinton County itself would be one. It hosted its first fair in October of 1833. The one-day event highlighted livestock, produce, and homemade goods. The fair grew steadily, and within 3 decades, the permanent fairgrounds and racetrack were built. The biggest attraction for Clinton County was sulky racing. In 1922, the track was remodeled into a clay regulation course. Said to be the best in the country, it became home to a major race known as the Ohio Pacing Derby in the mid-1900s. The Clinton County Fair was also where Roger Houston began calling races in 1960. Known around the world as the voice of harness racing, Houston has been inducted into the Harness Racing Hall of Fame and the Little Brown Jug Hall of Fame for his 60-year career. Today, Clinton County is part of the Ohio Colt Racing Association and features 2 nights of harness racing.
Hi, I'm Dean Gillespie, and I want to tell you about the Ohio Colt Racing Association. There's 19 member fairs, and they sponsor the Partial Futurity in Greenville, Ohio. You need to race in the OCRA. Great racetracks, great people. Bring the kids and come out to the fair, and remember, fair time is fun time.
All right, we're back here.
There, we're back.
9th race, Clinton County Fair, Wilmington, Ohio.
Sunny, beautiful Wilmington, Ohio.
It's sunny, all right, that's for sure.
It's sunny, it's hot. I wonder what the temperature is. It's got to be about 92, 93, even though it's 7 o'clock at night. That barrel did nothing but make it steamy out here.
It did.
We're going through water and taking care of ourselves.
Yep.
Hydrating, as everybody should be doing this summer. Makes the lemonade taste pretty good, though.
Mm-hmm. May go home and jump in the pool.
There you go. 9th race, 3-year-old fillies. After you, sir.
All right, the 1, Emma Wahlberg drives Faith Not Fear for trainer Russell Early. Elizabeth acquaintance of Bucyrus, owns the 3-year-old Fear the Dragon filly out of the Ideal Mare Better Love Next Time. She's had a start this year, a third up at Ottawa. Had 4 starts last year with a second and a third.
Number 2 is Tura Up. Ronnie Gillespie drives for Deborah Swartz, owned by Harry and Darlene Altop from Urbana. This is a lather up filly by Tura Laura Larau out of the Great Ponderosa. 6 out of 9 in the money this year for $18,000 and a mark of 157.3. Luke Hanners has been driving. Luke is at Scioto tonight, so Ronnie gets a call here at Clinton.
Austin Hanners aboard, Western Time. The 3-year-old Western Terror filly, trained by Steve Carter, owned by his daughter Haley Carter. She's got 7 starts this year, 2 wins and a second. Took a mark of 56 flat at Miami Valley Raceway. Looks like back in April. So took a few months off, had a qualifier here last week, 57.3, last quarter 28.3.
Some speed in this race. Number 4, Rockin' Ginger. Dylan gets a drive for Brett Schwartz, who owns and trains Nob Hill High, Hot Rockin' and World of Rock and Roll. His grandfather, 6 starts, 1 second, 1 third, 3,500 in earnings. Lifetime 20 starts, 8 in the money.
And 5, we're looking at ATI Beach Please. Scott Ferguson owns, trains, and drives the Santa Fe Beach Boy filly. She's got 7 starts this year. Had a win last year right here at Wilmington, 2-3-1. Been racing a couple fairs here lately, then was up at Scioto for a few starts.
Number 6, Odds on Sarah. This is trained by Virgil Morgan, owned by a pretty big ownership group, Odds on Racing, out of Boca Raton, Florida. This is a Racing Hill filly out of Keystone Paula by Bettor's Delight. Dan Noble is listed. Is Dan in the bike?
Nope, Kane Kaufman aboard.
Thank you.
Yep. So this filly's been racing pretty tough here. A couple starts in the Buckeye Stallion Series. Had a win and a second in the McCoy Legs, late closers at Scioto, then won the final with Sammy Widger aboard.
Yeah, some 52s and 53s. The 2 and the 6 from a speed standpoint look like they are the fastest out of this group.
Yeah. I bet Kane follows Ronnie out of the gate.
I think so too. I think is the Kane is. I can't see through that glare what the odds are up there.
Kane's 1-9 favorite. Yep.
And the 2 is 5-1.
5-1. Yep. Could be interesting.
Yes, it could. And let's take it to Brian for the. Are we getting formal introductions here? What's going on?
We get to talking, we kind of lose track of what's going on the track sometimes.
We do.
Yep. So, but Woodland Run Equine is our sponsor. Doc Buell works on my horse every now and then. He's always wanting a cop story. So, yeah, he gets a kick out of it. He tries to match me with stories.
Oh,
he's like, yeah, I got nothing compared to you.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
Yep.
Horses are slowly moving towards the starting gate on the backstretch. You're watching the 9th race from the Clinton County Fair in Wilmington, Ohio. Brought to you by the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association.
And if you want programs, ohioharnessracing.net.com. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah.
You guys know where it's at. You get the
We'll
programs.
give you everything but the last 4 letters. You guys got to figure that out. There you go.
Yep.
Let's send it up to Brian for the call of the 9th. 3-year-old filly, 2nd division, a purse of $4,444.
Here they come. Off stride with the 3, Western Time. And away they go. Toward our mountain springs out the wheel, Ronnie Gillespie along the inside. They do not here protects the inside position. And the outside third. Looking for a seat is Rocket Ginger and Dylan Fagan. And sliding up from the second tier is Odds On Sarah. And the back marker is ATI Beach Please and the early breaker Western Time. Down the backside they go for a quarter. Tore up. Ronnie Gillespie has the lead by a length. Faith Not Fear under a tight hold in second. Odds On Sarah's third through an opening quarter mile that was paced in 29 and 2/5 seconds. Around the far turn they go, and Torta Up continues to lead the way. The lather up filly looks for seasonal victory number 2. Faith Not Fear traveling along nicely in second. Peeking to the outside in third is Odds On Sarah. And Kaufman commits to the first over, and he's rolling up on the outside. Torta Up inside. Odds On Sarah sprints to the lead. And Gillespie will turn her loose for the pocket as they went off the half mile. In between calls, Odds On Sarah took command in a half at 1:01, 2/5 seconds. Now tipped out from third. Faith Not Fear will go after the leader. And Rocket Ginger is set up second over from fourth for Dylan Fagan as heads are pointed towards three quarters. Down the backside they go. And up front, it's Kane Kaufman and Odds On Sarah. Outside Faith Not Fear. Torta Up is locked in the box, and now 3 wide on the outside comes Rocket Ginger. Around the turn they go, and it's Odds On Sarah who took him by 3/4 in 1:31.3. Odds On Sarah clings to the lead. Torta Up searching for racing room for Ronnie Gillespie on the grandstand side is Rocket Ginger, and in between horses Faith Not Fear. Odds On Sarah sprints clear for King Kaufman over Torta Up. Battles on for show between Rocket Ginger and Faith Not Fear. Rocket Ginger got up for third in the shadow of the wire.
So King Kaufman with the move down the front stretch first
Mile,
time.
2 minutes, 4/5.
Of course, Ronnie had the brakes tapped on pretty good.
Yes.
Second quarter, 32
yeah, I mean,
seconds.
you know, and obviously Kane saw that, you know, from where he was sitting third, and that just wasn't going to fly. And there was a lot of action behind him.
Once he cleared, they didn't waste long leaving him.
Not at all. Scotty Ferguson with a 3 wide move when they got up to the 3/4 pole, but Kane just, he had the pace going right. They came home with 59 and 2. Even that third quarter when everybody was coming and moving and jamming was 30 and 1. So he didn't really get used up too much there. That last quarter in 29 and 1. And Odds On Sarah for Odds On Racing, the Virgil Morgan barn. Pretty impressive 3-year-old filly has now been in the money 5 out of 7, and that'll put her earnings over $30,000 this year.
Yep. Probably come to the fair to get a break from Scioto there, because like I say, she's been in some tough company here lately.
She sure has.
Yep. So
She sure has.
yep. Ronnie Gillespie hung on for second. Deb Schwartz trained. Lather up filly there.
Moving back in front of the grandstand is your now official winner of race 9. The winner is 3-year-old filly by Racing Hill out of Better's Delight there in Stone Hall. Owned by Odds On Racing, focused for Tom Ford. Virgil Morgan Jr. is the trainer. Kane Kaufman.
Kane also taking a break from Scioto tonight.
Here with Odds On Sarah. Paces the mile in 2 minutes, 4/5. The second division of the Woodland Round Equine Blanket is being presented. Odds On Sarah. Blanket will go to the fastest division winner, which right now belongs to the Richard Taken with 159, 1/5. Blanket came home in the third quarter. Now we're on extras and enter. Results are official. Number 1, Faith Not Fear, morning. Torta Up to Western Time 6.
Very nice. Congratulations to the Virgil Morgan barn. 29 and 2, 101 and 2, 131 and 3.
101 and 2, 131 and 3, 2 minutes. Your upcoming 10th race, there are no changes as of now.
4/5. And that's the ninth. We are 52% through our program. And when we come back for the 10th, which will be in just a few moments, we'll have 2-year-old filly trotters. the second division, and a lot of babies making their first lifetime starts here coming up in the 10th. Stay with us. You're watching Harness Racing Live from Wilmington, Ohio, the Clinton County Fair, brought to you by the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association, and we'll be right back. Thank you.
For over 50 years, Midland Acres has provided top-quality Ohio-bred colts and fillies. As a third-generation farm, we understand the importance of delivering well-cared-for and well-mannered yearlings. Get in the winner's circle with the yearlings by Fear the Dragon, Yankee Cruiser, Long Tom, Summa Cum Laude, Ready for Moni, and Bit of a Legend. See our yearlings at the Blooded Horse Sale August 27th and the Ohio Select Sale September 15th.
With more than 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. Much of that value comes from standardbred horse owners, breeders, trainers, and drivers who participate in the sport of harness racing. The mission of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association is to preserve, protect, promote, and serve the entire standardbred industry in Ohio and beyond. To learn more about the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association, go to ohha.com. That's ohha.com.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com for fast shipping. Most orders ship that day. Or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Volstead, Coach K Hanover, Sleigh, Ohio's top trotters stand at Dublin Valley Farms. Volstead's offspring include Sugar Instead, the 2023 Ohio 2-year-old Trotting Filly of the Year, and 2024 Ohio Sire Stakes winner Jurassic Hattie. Coach K Hanover, the son of world record holder Walner. And Sleigh, the son of Chapter 7, standing his first season at Dublin Valley Farms.
All right, we're back here at the Clinton County Fair for race 10. And we've got a cloud in front of us right now, so that's making it a whole lot better than what it was.
We're very happy at this moment.
Yes, I'm sure Chris is too. So, although I'm checking the radar, nothing's coming toward us.
Good.
Thank goodness there.
Good.
But it says we are under a tornado watch.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah,
Even better.
okay.
So where's the next yellow or red on that thing? Kentucky?
Yeah, Kentucky.
Okay. So we should have, we should be okay.
Good. So.
Kentucky's gotten hammered this year. I mean, and Ohio. I mean, we're both over.
We've had our fair share.
Over tornadoed.
Yeah.
Already this year. Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah. So we got the 2-year-old trot and filly, second division here, sponsored by SS Feed for a purse of $4,529. A field of 6. We've got number 1, lead singer, Roger Hughes Jr. owns, trains, drives, along with Fiat Run Farm in Baltic, Ohio. It's had one start over at Circleville this year, finished 5th. It was a $5,500 Buckeye Classic yearling purchase.
Number 2, Long Arm of Justice. Jeff Neisinger drives for Mark Winters, who owns, along with Glover, McGraw, and Bean. This is a Long Tom filly out of the mare Truth and Justice by Justice Hall. 2 starts this year. First time on the track was a qualifier at Scioto, 202-2, came in 29-4. Then a Circleville victory, and then a break at Scioto Downs. Let's see how Long Arm of Justice does today.
Let's go post parade here real fast and we'll finish up.
2, Long Arm of Justice for Jeff Neisinger. Flex for Roy Burns. Four is Lincoln Smile. Rick Nickeldine at the lines. Number 5, LT by nose, driver Austin enters. Number 6, scoring off the second tier is Eleventh Martini, Ronnie Gillespie, enters Salty. 5, 2-year-old Billy Cotters on the gate with one trailer. We got the post in 2 minutes.
All right, continue where we left off the 3. The Roy Burns trained is JB Flex. Roy's in the bike. Co-owns with Joan Burns, Milford Center, Ohio. The Flex to Muscle filly out of the John Bromare Touch of Bling. She's a homebred for him and a first-time starter.
Number 4 is Wink and Smile. Richard Dingledine is the driver and shares ownership with Deli's Leopards from Urbana and Mechanicsburg. Kim Daly trains. This is a What the Hill filly out of the mare Winky J by the great Chapter 7. Also first lifetime start here this afternoon.
The 5, Light by a Nose, maybe? LT by a Nose.
Yeah, long Tom.
Yep. Austin Hanners in the bike for trainer, co-owner Steve Carter. Owns with Jay Mossbarger over there at Midland Acres. Long Tom fillies out of the Valley Victor mare Smith Hall. She started over at Circleville there, made a little break. We come back in a qualifier, trotted 2-3 flat, last quarter in 28-3.
Nice last quarter in that qualifier.
It was,
It's a
yes.
$28,000 Ohio Select sale purchase. Number 6, Dublin's Martini. Ronnie Gillespie is the trainer and the driver. Jerry Miller of Worcester, Ohio is the owner. Raced at Paulding for $3,700 the first start and went wire to wire in 209-3 for the victory. And then came back on July 1st in a qualifier at Scioto Downs, right out of the 4-hole, wire to wire in 29-2. One start officially, one win on that 202-2. An Uncle Peter filly out of the mare Perfect Martini by credit winner. I don't know. Ronnie Gillespie has really hooked up with some pretty good people here because he's got a really nice group of horses that he's taking care of this year.
Yep, he does. So the 2, Long Arm of Justice, she's our 1-5 favorite right now. When Jeff got off the bike at Circleville, he kind of talked to the owners, talked about putting her in the next generation. He said he knew of a spot that was available if they were willing to put her up. And I think the owners talked about it and decided not to. Just raced her at Scioto there, then she run. So it might have been a blessing that they didn't.
Right.
Not sure what all happened up there at Scioto, but she made a big, nice move at Circleville. Was out at the half, 3 wide, 3/4 pole to win her division up there. So race 10, 6 2-year-old trotting fillies. Coming down the stretch here, we'll send it up to Brian.
They're off in their trotting. Roger Hughes sends lead Singer right to the lead. The outside second, driving up for Austin Hanners is LT by a nose. Long Arm of Justice came away smoothly in third. From the second tier, Dublin's Martini is fourth. Then it's Wink and Smile and JB Flex. Up front, LT by nose looks to drive on, but that one went off stride as did lead Singer. Moving through and inheriting the lead on the inside is Long Arm of Justice. Long Arm of Justice took over as the 2 breakers retreated and moving up into second is Dublin's Martini. It's 5 lengths further back to Wink and Smile. It's JB Flex. Lead Singer is recovering from the break. Opening quarter was trotted at a very leisurely 32 4/5 seconds. Long Arm of Justice. The Long Tom filly leads the way by a length. Pace continues to be very slow as Dublin's Martini and Ronnie Gillespie is content to sit the pocket. 5 lengths further back to Wink and Smile. JB Flex. Here's his move lead Singer back to the outside. The trailer is LT by go around the turn. Long arm of justice still by a lane. Dublin Martini is going to wait to pounce a bit longer for Gillespie. Then wait and smile, and it's further back to J.B. Flex, lead singer, and LT by a nose. Down the backside they drive, and up front it's long arm of justice. Ronnie Gillespie content still to sit with Dublin's Martini, and they're through 3/4. It's on the board in 1:37. 2/5 and around the turn they go. Long arm of justice tries to close it out from here. Dublin's Martini was a little rotated, but Ronnie gathered that belly up and now he pops her to the outside, and the battle's on. The two heavyweights. Long arm of justice. Down the grandstand side is Dublin's Martini. Long arm of justice. Got nice on the stole. This is tremendous as he hits the wire. Over Dublin's Martini and LT by nose. Time of the mile, 2:09, 3/5.
All right, nice songer gets to win. Long arm of justice, 2:09. That was a leisurely pace, wasn't it?
It certainly was.
Yeah.
102 for the last half, 137 for the first half.
Yeah.
Picked it up a little bit that third quarter of 30-1. I think once the 1 and the 5 had their breaks there before the quarter, it became pretty simple for Jeff to just create his own pace.
No pressure throughout the mile.
Right.
So,
9 people headed down to the winner's circle.
yep.
Picture.
Ronnie Glover, part owner of that filly. I'm going to see if I can get him on air with us here.
Great.
He plays poker with us on Sunday nights.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
For chips, I assume.
Oh, absolutely.
That's perfect.
Ronnie's a good guy. He's always at the races. You know, when we went down to the Red Mile, we were down in Lexington for a family vacation, and they happened to be racing. So we went over there. The girls had never been there. Sure enough, who was there? Glover.
Glover was there.
He was there just watching the races.
Where is Mount Orab?
Down in Brown County,
Okay.
just east of Cincinnati.
Got it. Thank you.
2-year-old Big Billy by Long Tom out of the Justice Hall winner, Truth to Justice. All the mark winners, Sabine, Ohio. Ronnie Glover of Mount Orab, Ohio. Jeremy McGraw of Sabine, Ohio. And Billy Bean of Sabine, Ohio. Mitchell Bean, of Sabine, Ohio. Mark winner straights. Jeff Nysonger back up in the Clinton County Fair winner's circle. Long arm of justice. Crosses the mile of 2:09, 3/5. Billy's now 2 for 3 in her racing career. Promising start.
Young man grabbing the horse there, that's Mitchell Bean here in Sabine.
Results are official. Number 1, Lee Singer.
OHHA recipient,
2, All
scholarships.
Right, race winner.
He's got another year or two there at Wilmington College here.
Awesome. That's great.
His dad's been in horse business, farming, and taught, athletic director, coach there at East Clinton and Sabina.
137 to 2:09, 3/5.
They got themselves a nice 2-year-old filly trotter.
Yep.
The 2-year-old Billy Trot, sponsored by S&S Feed.
Long Arm of Justice wins this afternoon's 10th race for 2-year-old filly trotters, sponsored by S&S Feed. When we come back,
Checks through 7. Checks through 7 in the speed office. Bring them on for race
11th race coming up, 2-year-old Payson fillies, 4th division. 5 of them going forward there. So we'll
cruise to Barcelona sounds pretty good right about now.
yes,
Probably a nice breeze on that boat.
I bet there was. So, all right, we'll take a look at the 11th race after we hear a few words from our sponsors.
Be right back.
Do you want your horse to shine in the winner's circle? Feed DAC oil. It makes a world of difference.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year. Our expert team of boarded surgeons, sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sport horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
All right, now we are back. 11th race, Clinton County Fair, here on a Tuesday evening. We got the 2-year-old Payson fillies coming up, 4th division, a purse of $3,080, sponsored by Ski Racing Stable. So, excuse me.
Certainly. Number 1, Cruise to Barcelona. Sounds pretty good. Austin Hanner's on the bike for Steve Carter. This is a Yankee Cruiser filly out of Barcelona, Hanover, out of the Great Western Hanover. Owners are Jay and Jacob Mossberger from close by here in Washington Courthouse, Ohio. The horse has one official start this year. That was at Circleville, where Austin just took him for a little ride around the track at 3 to 5. It was really more of a training mile than anything else. Had a couple of qualifiers at Scioto Downs, one last quarter in 28. Another in 29 and 3.
The 2 is Ella Joe. Jeff Nicehonger drives and trains, comes with Johnny Stant. The Racing Hill filly is out of the always the Virgin Mare Cinderella story. Sheila Kitchens was the breeder. Buckeye Classic yearling purchase for $12,000. She's got 4 starts this year, 2 wins and a third. Took her lifetime mark at 2, 3, and 4 over at Ottawa. Prior to that, she won there at Circleville, but didn't do so well at Paulding for some reason. It looks like she's bounced back pretty good. Tried Northfield, non-winners of 1, paced in 59 and 4 up there.
Well, you see that Paulding thing, I could see why. First lifetime start, 2nd tier.
Yeah.
Out of the 7 holes, so not easy.
No.
Not easy. Number 3, La Nina Rocks, Alan Wallums for Brian Georges, who is the trainer and the owner, along with Steve McDaniel from Shelby, North Carolina. This is a pet rock filly out of Stonebridge Focus by Cam Luck. 2 starts this year, Ottawa and Circleville. Nothing really much to show for it. We'll see what happens today.
The 4, Terry Contrary. Mark Winters train with Chucky Boland in the bike for owner Steve McCoy. The Western Terrier filly out of the Cam Best Mare Legacy of Life. She's a homebred for Steve. Had 3 starts this year, 2 thirds. Looks like she ran last start at Marion, but was 3rd at Ottawa and 3rd at Circleville, with Chucky driving all 3 times.
And number 5, Forever Girl. That's Ronnie Gillespie for trainer Tommy Jones, who owns the horse out of Germantown, Ohio. 2-year-old filly, pacer from Yankee Cruiser by Jail Spend Forever out of Big Bad Blank John. 2 starts this year, includes 1 win at Ottawa the last quarter in 30 and 4, and a mile in 2:04 and 3 when Ronnie last drove this horse.
So nice, decent little field here. 2-year-old Payson fillies. Got some speed out here. Waiting for Jeff, of course. Nice on her stable, back to back.
Back to back.
Yeah.
Back to back.
So we've got want to thank our officials here. Presiding judge today for us is Mr. John Wiest. Fills in at the racetracks also. Helps Mike Welkenberg with the starting gates. Associate judges Jason Bloom, Joe Siegman. First we said Brian George is our announcer. Timers Kent Walker, photo finish Bob Nash. Wapkenberg starting gate. I don't think that's Mike. I haven't seen him today.
Or heard him.
Yeah, heard him. Yes. Yeah. Rick Stevens Gleason is our clerk of course charter. Brad Conrad is our photographer, which is my lovely wife, Ellen.
Yeah.
She's looking at me.
She is.
She knows I'm talking about
He's
her.
talking about you. Yeah.
It's all good.
It's all good. Yeah.
Yep. Ed Schmidt is our speed superintendent and outrider, Katie Hartman. Let's go to the post parade for the 11th.
Number 2 is Ella Joe. Jeff Nice on her at the lines. Three will be Laninia Rocks and Alan Willems. 4, Terry Contrary for Chuck Bowen. Number 5, Forever Girl, Ronnie Gillespie. Zuner Salke, the 5, freshman Philly Pacers for the 4th division. The ski racing stable 2-year-old Philly Pace. Be at the post in 2 minutes.
So we talked about this. Of course, Brian's on the fair board here also at the Clinton County Fair, and the speed superintendent, Ed Schmid, was actually one of my instructors in the police academy.
Oh, is that right?
Yep. He said this is the busiest part for him of the week, is getting ready for the horse racing, because he helps Brian do a lot of stuff and get everything prepared, and he's on his golf cart flying around here and there, and
Yeah.
so crazy guy. Yeah.
Our men in uniform are represented very well here. I
Yeah,
went
we
into
are.
the wrong building looking for the restroom earlier.
Oh, did you?
Which was the sheriff's building.
Okay.
And got handcuffed and escorted to the building next door where you had originally pointed me.
Yeah, okay. I thought I gave you directions.
Yeah, you did.
All
You
right,
did.
Maybe I.
You said brick, and I heard stone. So
okay.
that's what threw me off a little
Gotcha.
bit. Yeah.
I say if it had been my wife, I'd have told her, go to the far end of the grandstand, go to the barbecue place, make a left.
Make a left.
Go past the pavilion, make a right.
Make a right.
And after that, I don't know. I knew
Yeah.
she'd be lost by then and probably saying some 4-letter words to me.
Yeah, there you go.
So we got, who's our favorite here?
The 2, I believe,
1
is
to 9.
1 to 9.
Mr. Nice Songer.
Just a nice songer with his 28 last quarters, although I really think the bet here is the 1-2-2-1 exact to box, because the one horse also had a 28-second last quarter, and that was out of the 7-hole after a 3-wide move at Scioto in the qualifier. So we'll see. They're pacers, so they should stay flat. And they are en route to the starting gate as we speak on the backstretch. 5 horses cruise to Barcelona: Ella Joe, La Nina Rocks, Terry Contrary, and Forever Girl. Purse of $3,080. This is the 4th division of 5. And we will send it up to Brian here for the call. This is the 11th. We have a 17. Stay with us. We're going to get it in before the next something
Round of rain.
gets here. Yeah. All right. We're hoping. 11th race upstairs to Brian for the call.
Here they come. They're off in their pacing in cruise to Barcelona. Went out with the lead along with Ella Joe. Laninia Rocks is in between horses. And on the outside, 3rd is Forever Girl looking for a seat. On the inside, 95th is Terry Contrary. Around the turn they go, and cruise to Barcelona is rolling along up front for Austin Hanners, and he'll try to ration out the speed. Laninia Rocks was nicely positioned in 2nd. for Wilmington. It's 3 lengths further back to Ella Joe, and a tighter fit fourth is Forever Girl. The early trailer is very contrary. Down the backside they go for a quarter. They step that off at 29-1, and around the turn they go. Cruz to Barcelona has the lead by 3 lengths. Lavinia Rocks tries to go on with her in second. Then it's further back to Ella Joe. 2-year-old Payson fillies are rolling through a half mile. As Cruz to Barcelona and Austin enters, they charge down to the gate and they took right command in their second. Lavinia Rocks. Then it's further back to Ella Joe. And then it's Forever Girl and Terry Contrary, a half mile's in the books. Behind the lead of Cruz to Barcelona, and she hit that station in 1 minute flat. Around the turn they go. Cruz to Barcelona continues to go along with the lead. Lavinia Rocks is trying to stay with her in second. Ella Joe is poised to the outside now for Nice Honor, and then Forever Girl and Terry Contrary. Down the backside they go for 3 quarters. And Cruz to Barcelona, the Yankee Cruiser filly continues to go along pretty well up front. The company's coming as Ella Joe is rolling up on the outside for Nice Honor. Through 3 quarters in 1:29-2. The 2-year-old fillies mean business. Up front is Cruz to Barcelona. Inside second now, Ella Joe tips to the outside. On the outside third is Forever Girl, and they turn for home. On the inside, Cruz to Barcelona. On the outside, Ella Joe. Cruz to Barcelona. Ella Joe. These 2 battling, but it's Ella Joe to win it. Over Cruz to Barcelona, Forever Girl, Terry Contrary, and Lavinia Rocks. Time of the mile, 1:59, 3/5. Big mile for those 2-year-old Payson fillies.
Big mile for the 2-year-old Payson fillies.
Big mile. Ella Joe 59-3 last half. I think Jeff knew what he had there, huh?
Yeah, he kind of set back there a little bit. Also took off. Looked like Allen had his hands full with the Lavinia Rocks leaving there. And
absolutely.
Let him fall in and just kind of sat to the backside. Made it a horse race up the stretch.
Yep. 2:15.43. Ella Joe, Cruz to Barcelona. I think that's how they finished. I'm not sure actually. We'll wait to the official. I did verbally call that exact. No, I didn't go to the window. And it is going to be, I don't know, the 5 horses 7-2.
Yeah. Might pay
Might have
a
been
little
worth
bit.
the play. Might have been worth a little play.
Yeah. So Ella Joe gives her her 3rd win. Hopefully she's staked in the Ohio Fair Championship points. Puts her 3 wins at the fairs now. So that's pretty good there.
Yeah, that non-winners of 1 up in Northfield, those 8,600. That's a tough fields up there. You know, they have 50. How fast did they go when they raced in that one?
58?
Yeah, 58-1 up there.
We're behind a cloud now. I can put my glasses on and see
Moving
it.
around in front of the grandstand is your
I think
race 11.
if we're lucky, we're going to have the clouds now all the way to sunset. It looks like we may have that.
But Johnny Sand, Field, Ohio. Jeff Nice Honor Stables, LLC in Lebanon, Ohio. Jeff Nice Honor trains and drives. Ella Joe, 3rd win, 5 seasonal starts, establishing a lifetime mark of 159, 3/5. That 4th division of races that was built from Mason, got a new leader in the clubhouse with that 59-3 mile from Ella Joe. Results are official. The top down, race 11, number 1, Cruz to Barcelona, 2 Ella Joe, the race winner, 3 Lavinia Rocks, 5 Terry Contrary, 4 5 Forever Girl, 3 2:15.43 on the bottom, 29-1, 1 minute, 1:29-2, 1:59, 3/5. Your upcoming 12th race is the 2nd division of the Bernie Lewis Memorial Trot for 3-year-old fillies. Let's bring right on out for race 12.
So we got 11 down.
11 down.
Yeah, quite a few more to go. So Ella Joe with the win there for
You know,
Jeff
something
Nice
about
Honor.
Jeff. When he smiles, he looks like Brian DeChambeau. When he doesn't, when he doesn't smile, you don't want to be anywhere near him.
That's right. So that gives him his 1st training win of the day, 7th driving win for the meet here at Clinton County Fair. So he leads all drivers. with 7. Got Ronnie Gillespie with 4. Kane Kaufman and Alex Hawk and Mark St. Louis with 3 each. So
Pretty good.
yeah.
When we come back with the 12th, it is a 3-year-old filly trot, second division of 3, the Bertie Lewis Memorial. Only a 4-horse field, and we'll have all of that.
There is some stuff starting to pop up to our south, so we'd like to get them in. Let's keep them coming out.
We'll have the introductions for you and some details on the horses in the 12th. When we come back after a short break, we are watching harness racing from the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association. We'll be right back.
Cool Winds Farm in Lima, Ohio is a full-service standardbred breeding farm. Cool Winds stands the popular dancing Yankee, a 2-time world champion, along with 2019 jug winner Southwind Ozzy, the son of Some Beach Somewhere. Cool Winds also stands the royally bred $2 million earning Western Fame. Be sure to inspect the Cool Winds yearlings at the Ohio Selected Jug Sale at Pickaway on Friday, September 13th.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com for fast shipping. Most orders ship that day. Or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Back here at the Clinton County Fair, Wilmington, Ohio. 12th race coming up, 3-year-old trot and fillies for a purse of $4,250. We got a field of 4
Racehorses in here.
There is.
Field of 4, and they've all been racing a bunch.
Except for the one. That was all last year's.
Oh, you know what? So was the 3.
Uh-huh. Yep. And a 4, first-time starter. So we got...
That's interesting.
Yeah. 3-year-olds making their first or second start this late.
Yeah.
So,
I think somebody's looking for your attention over there. Let's take a look at the girls that will be racing here in the 12th. Number 1, Hips Like Honey. Austin Hanners will be driving for trainer Pamela Young, owned by Big Dog Racing out of Circleville, Ohio. This is a filly by Full Count out of Zorgwit Heavenly by Westgate Crown. 1 start this year, and that was after a qualifier on June 10th. As a 2-year-old, this horse raced all over the fairgrounds last year. Last start last year was at Delaware Jug Week out of the 8-hole with Austin Hanners 203 up in Delaware. But a mark of 203 and 1 and 11 out of 13 in the money last year. So let's see how this 3-year-old has come back for this season.
the 2 is Flip 5 Stones. Jeff Nicehonger on the bike for trainer Mark Winters. Denny Shaner owns the Lena Stone filly out of Fried by 5. She's a homebred for Denny. Got 6 starts this year, a win, a second, and a third. Closing in on $11,000 with a mark of 58 flat up at Scioto Downs. And the second leg of the Kanoski late closer back in May.
Number 3, Very Good Secret. Ronnie Gillespie in the bike for Dan O'Mara. This filly is by Creatine out of Secret Harmony by Tagliabue. Marjorie Polhamus from Ludlam Falls, Ohio is the owner. 1 start this year, that was at Hoosier with my good friend Joey Putnam over there. That was 1 race after a qualifier. Prior to that, excuse me, prior to that, Greenville last fall. in fairs. 7 starts last year, 1 win, 1 third-place finish. Earnings of about $6,000 and a mark of 212. A lot of these horses that are coming back and racing for the first time as 3-year-olds, they have high expectations in terms of improvement. And you look at who the stallions' fathers are here.
Yes.
Number 4, sir.
Kemp's Choice. Roy Burns drives and trains, co-owns with Melissa Burns. The Wit filly out of the Cadabra mare Mythical Kemp was bred by Paul Miller. First-time starter this year. Last year had 14 starts, a second, 3/3, made close to $6,000. Looks like late last year tried Dayton, non-winners of 1 a couple times. Trotted in 59. They're late mid-November.
And that is about as impressive as any of the miles on this program page.
Yeah, just to flip 5 stones mare. She's the only one that's been racing fairly consistently here. And Lena Stone filly. Seems like Mark's got a handful of them, and they can be a little hot-headed.
Crowd here has made flip 5 stones
Races to go in just over an hour of daylight from the presiding judge. We're going to start finding if you don't get them out.
Uh-oh.
Oh, they are. Not sure if anybody can hear that. We have some weather activity between us and the West Virginia and Kentucky region on its way up this way, and the crew here is asking that everybody do their best back at the barns to get the horses out as quickly as possible so that we can do our best to make it through the program before any of Beryl's cousins come calling, because that's what it is more of these outer bands from that tropical storm that are coming north, which is exactly what was predicted. I mean, they saw this coming as early as Sunday.
Yep.
And called it for Tuesday afternoon and overnight on Tuesday. So this isn't just your typical summer late afternoon thunderstorms. These will be rumbling a little bit later on this evening. So we'll see 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So 6 more. And
County Austin Hanners. The 2 flip 5 stones for Jeff Nice. 3 will parade last. The 4 is Kemp's Choice. Roy Burns is in her sulky. 4 3-year-old filly trotters will be headed right to the gate.
Post parade there. We've got co-favorites. The 1 is a 3-2. Hips Like Honey with Austin Hanners, and then flip 5 stones. The 2 is at 6-5
6 to
right
5,
now.
yeah.
So
And the 4 is at 5-2.
don't think there's going to be any big payouts on this one here.
No.
There's Ronnie on the track now.
And Ronnie's horse looks good at 6-1.
Yeah. Yep. So she had a lot of breaks last year, it looks like.
Yeah.
So hopefully none this year.
Well, you people that like those trotters, man. I mean, you know, that's part of your blood.
It is. Yep.
First time I ever rode in a starting gate was at the Red Mile about 3 or 4 years ago, Grand Circuit weekend. A buddy of mine said, "Hey, you want to go for the ride?" I'm like, "Yeah, I want to go for a ride." They put me in the car, and the great Venerate was racing in a championship race, I think, for about $400,000 or something, and was a big favorite. And we were about the 3/4 pole at the Red Mile, and I was just enjoying. I mean, you know, when you do that for the first time, it's
neat.
It's really neat. It really is neat. And Venerate broke stride at the 3/4 pole as the favorite, and you could just feel the emotion as you got back around in the car, which at that point is out by the barns, out by the paddock, and you could just feel the disappointment. But it is a very, very, very cool feeling to be in that starting car, and they will at some of these fairs They'll let you jump in there if you ask nicely.
Yep, Mike does it all the time.
Yeah.
He wants to get as many people in that car as he can. Up at Scioto, the starter up there, Will. So that's
Yeah,
one
I
of the
think
things.
Eric in Kentucky is fine with it as well.
Yep. So come to the track. Don't be afraid to ask.
But don't just jump in the car without asking.
Right. Yeah. All right, 12th race coming up. Hips Like Honey, Flip 5 Stones, Very Good Secret, Kim's Joyce. All behind the Wapkenburg starting gate. Let's send it up to Brian for the call.
Here they come. Off stride, 3, very good secret. And away they go, and Hips Like Honey went from the inside and went right to the front. Pocketing up in second is Flip 5 Stones. 5 lengths further back, Kim's Joyce in fourth and third. That's off stride with Hips Like Honey. Hips Like Honey went off stride around that turn. So, Flip 5 Stones carries the lead. He'll be chased now by Kim's Joyce, who moves up into second around the off stride. Hips Like Honey. Round to the opening quarter mile we go. Jeff, nice on her. Flip 5 Stones trying to through an opening quarter of 31 and 1/5 second. Kim's Joyce is into second and moving back up to the break, recovering nicely as Hips Like Honey as he's tightened into third. And it's some 20 lengths back to the trailer. Very Good Secret. Around the turn they go, and in front of the fans at the stands for the first time, Flip 5 Stones and Jeff Nice on her. They show the way by behind. Now moving back up into second is Hips Like Honey on the outside as Kim's Joyce is closing third. Far back, Very Good Secret. Half mile was trotted by Flip 5 Stones at 1:03 and 2 seconds. Around the turn they go. Flip 5 Stones has been the leader since the early miscue by his challenger, Hips Like Honey, who moves up on the outside second. Kim's Joyce looks over the new leaders from third, and then it's Very Good Secret. Down the backside they go, and heads are pointed towards 3/4. And Flip 5 Stones. The lane of Stone really has to buy a half a lane. On the outside, Hips Like Honey. Kim's Joyce goes along with it nicely in third. Very Good Secret is fourth. 1:34 and 1 to try to 3/4 and around the turn they go. Flip 5 Stones still by his neck. On the outside, Hips Like Honey still there, still challenging. Kim's Joyce is third. They turn for home behind the lead of Flip 5 Stones, who is now kicked clear by about 3 lengths. Flip 5 Stones is trotting nicely. And it's apropos that Mark Webber's horse wins the Bernie Lewis Memorial. Time of the mile, 2:03, 4/5.
All right. Jeff Nicesonger, Flip 5 Stones. That's still one. The boom mic's still one. Thank you. Gets to win for trainer Mark Winters and owner Denny Shaner. So right now I am joined by somebody who's tagged along with the Winters stable. That's Ronnie Glover. Ronnie, thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
All right. So you had the filly last race, or a couple races ago, the Long Arm of Justice. So tell me about that filly a little bit.
Well, we think she's a pretty nice filly. There's 4 of us that own her, and we got her to sale. So far, she's done about what we've asked her to do.
Good. What's the plans with her? I know you was talking about it a little bit, deciding where you want to go. I thought the mile at Scioto was going to kind of tell you what you wanted to do with her, but that didn't work out very well.
No, see, I made a break there, so I'm not sure. We'll leave that up to Mark and the other owners. We probably will go to the Buckeye, but we might try to Stars first leg. I don't know.
Okay. All right. So how long have you been in the business?
I don't know what the first year was. I've probably been in it for about 30 years.
30 years. And has the whole time been with Mark, or?
No, I've had 2 or 3 different trainers, Brett Swartz and Bobby Swartz, which is a great guy, and they do a good job also. And I haven't been with Mark, and then I was also with a couple of people when Claremont County was open and they closed. I live in Brown County.
Okay. See, I didn't know about that. I learned something about you every day.
Yeah.
Yep. So, so I was talking earlier. You like just to go watch races and you like to bet because I took the family down to Lexington for a weekend and we went over the Red Mile and sure enough, there where you were just watching races.
Yeah.
So you put a lot of miles to go to the races, don't you?
Yeah, I go to Delaware for my week's vacation, and I've been doing that probably 45 years.
Got you. What's the favorite track you've been to?
Well, I like the Red Mile for sure. I think it's really nice setting and everything. Of course, I kind of like the old Lebanon Raceway because you can get right there close, half-mile track.
Good. All right. And now, do you own any other horses right now?
I'm just a very small share of a couple babies.
Okay.
That's it.
Gotcha. All right. Well, Glover, I thank you for joining me and appreciate your time.
Thanks for having me.
Good luck to you and Long Arm of Justice here later on in the season.
Okay, thank you.
All right. See ya.
Yep.
So the 12th race is in the books. Flip 5 Stones gets a win. Mile 2, 3, and 4 for trainer Mark Winters, owner Denny Shaner. So Denny's got that nice filly Naked on a Hill, 3-year-old Payson filly in Sire Stakes division there, battling Seaside Diva and all those top fillies. So we got 12 down, 5 to go. We got some weather moving in, so they're going to try to hurry these along a little bit. It's going to start getting dark soon. So let's take a look at the 13th race here after we hear a few words from our sponsors.
For over 50 years, Midland Acres has provided top-quality Ohio-bred colts and fillies. As a third-generation farm, we understand the importance of delivering well-cared-for and well-mannered yearlings. Get in the winner's circle with the yearlings by Fear the Dragon, Yankee Cruiser, Long Tom, Summa Cum Laude, Ready for Moni, and Bit of a Legend. See our yearlings at the Blooded Horse Sale August 27th and the Ohio Select Sale September 15th.
Do you want your horse to shine in the winner's circle? Feed DAC oil. It makes a world of difference.
Thirteenth race coming up. 2-year-old Payson fillies, 5th division, ski racing stable sponsored. We got a field of 6 going to the gate.
I got a scratch here on the 6 horse.
Did we have a scratch?
Yes,
6
sir.
Horse. All right. That's right. Barker told me that earlier. So 5 on the gate then. David Ward drives the 1, canceled cruiser for trainer Mark Winters. Rosenberger Farms LLP out of Xenia, Ohio. Yankee Cruiser filly by the Pan's Pacific Flight mare, Flight canceled. She's got 3 starts this year, has yet to hit the board, got all 4th place finishes. So she's been just right there. Did have a qualifying mile at Scioto, 2 minutes. Last quarter and 29 in a piece. Bred by Steve and Tammy Carter, Buckeye Classic yearling purchase, 17.5.
Some good breeding there. Number 2 is Mystic Terror. Ronnie Gillespie will drive for Dan O'Mara. Scarlet Stables of Katona, New York. Marjorie Polhemus from Ludlow Falls are the owners. This is a Fear the Dragon colt out of the mare Beautiful Terror, out of the great stallion Western Terror. Just 1 start at Hoosier. And a qualifier before that, Ottawa at the fair with a break at the start, so nothing really to show for here.
The 3, Promise Me Again. Brian Roebuck owns and trains with Chucky Bolin aboard. 2 lifetime starts over at Ottawa and Circleville. Circleville got around the track at 2.8. Didn't have any luck over at Ottawa, though. The Marion Beachy bred was a $1,000 Buckeye Classic yearling purchase.
Number 4, Lindell Lane. Jeff Neisinger trains and drives. Carl Howard from Powell, Ohio is the owner of this Rockin' Amadeus filly by McVenis out of the great McArdle.
The 5, Miss Dragon. Justin Hall drives and trains for Larry on September 6th. Greenfield, Ohio. The Fear the Dragon filly out of the Real Artist Mare Miss Maddie M. She was a $5,000 Ohio Select sale purchase. Had a qualifier last time out, 2, 1, and 4.
This should be interesting.
Yeah, we got. Of course, Mark's horse got some starts, but nothing really stands out in this race.
Yeah, none of them really do, with the exception of the 4, Lindell Lane, with a couple of third-place finishes. Not much going on here, but again, there's just a total of 9 race starts, including qualifiers for the 5 horses. So these are babies, and they are literally. Ooh, wow! Look at that. I just noticed that.
Yeah. Starting to get dark here, the south of us. We're hoping we're going to miss it here, but we're going to try to get all these in. We was talking about the Ohio Trotting Derby, the 17th race. Hopefully we can get that in, but StandingStallions.com and Roger Hughes Stable are the sponsors. And that's part of the Signature Series Trot here in Ohio. We do have 7 horses going forward on that one. The Ohio Pacing Derby was here at Clinton County for years, and they brought it back.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yep. Finally brought it back this year with the help of StandingStallions.com, Charlie Taylor.
Very cool.
Yep. So that's what they broke the track record on last night.
Oh, gotcha. Right.
So not sure. Next time we'll get to it, we'll see. But right now we got the 2-year-old Payson fillies. Justin Hall, he was at the Courthouse Fairgrounds for a little bit, and he's back at down in Clarksburg now. But boy, he'd give me a hard time every morning.
Just because.
Just because.
Just because.
Rest anybody last night? Nope. That's too much paperwork. So, yeah. Well, and so I just bought a bike off Mike Walkenberg, but it was the wheels were maroon and yellow.
Okay.
And I'm like, he said, hey, I got a set of wheels. I'll trade you. I said, okay. The inside, there's a Ford Motion, whatever they are, wheels.
Right.
They're yellow, but easy enough. I had a nice set of wheels. I'm like, Justin's collar's maroon and yellow. I'll trade him. So he brings the set in. I'm like, Justin, the wheel discs are rattling and everything else, and they have that industrial Velcro to seal them.
Sure.
And I'm thinking, I think I got took on this deal. It's a nice set of wheels they got. Now, the tires were good, the bearings are good on it, but the wheel didn't. I'm like, okay. I had to take a hammer and tap all the way around, and it sealed that Velcro up.
Is that right?
Yeah. I'm like, okay. Now I can't give Justin a hard time.
Right.
So, but
right.
We got Canceled Cruiser, David Ward, Mystic Terror, Ronnie Gillespie, Promise Me Again, Chucky Bolin, Lindell Lane, Nice Songer, Miss Dragon, and the Chili Dog, Justin Hall. Send it up to Brian.
Oh, wow.
Again, Chuck Bolin have the racetrack. But on the outside, Lindell Lane and Nice Songer will come up to take the lead. Away in second. Promise Me Again, and it's Canceled Cruiser, Miss Dragon, and the off-stride, Mystic Terror. Down the backside we go. Lindell Lane, the Rockin' Amadeus filly, has the lead by a length. Inside second. Promise Me Again. Looking him over from third, Canceled Cruiser, Miss Dragon, and far back to Mystic Terror. 30 and 2/5, they went opening quarter mile, and Lindell Lane bounces right, she bounces right along with the lead. Promise Me Again, to do that again, Philly will continue to wait in second. Canceled Cruiser, away in third. Miss Dragon remains fourth for Justin Hall. Gillespie moves a bit closer with the rough early on, Mr. Joe. challenging the leader on the outside as they head down the backstretch. Linda Lane, she's had it her own way up front. On the outside, Miss Dragon, Promise Me Again is under urging in third. Canceled Kruger removes from second over to fourth. Around the turn they go, and Linda Lane took them to the 3/4 in 1:34 and 2/5. Miss Dragon back to the inside for Justin Hall. But here comes Canceled Cruiser on the outside. Canceled Cruiser rolls up for David Ward. On the front, Linda Lane. On the grandstand side is Canceled Cruiser. Inside, Linda Lane. Outside, Canceled Cruiser. Who do you like? Very tight in race 13. I believe Linda Lane held off, but it was very tight on the wire. Out of the miles, 2:04, 2/5.
So 2:04 and 2 for Lindell Lane and Nice Songer, gate to wire.
Yeah, you saw that clearly. I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
You know the line here better than I do,
Yep.
so that's why I'm asking.
Yep.
Okay, so 4-1. Big brush there at the end for Canceled Cruiser with David Ward.
Yep. Had to get around 3 wide around Justin and Chucky, and so yeah, good race for her, and then so that's a good tightening mile for him because once again we're getting ready to get in the heart of fair season here. So we've got Wellston coming up Friday and Saturday.
So you're going to be doing this on Friday night, but you're going to be driving on Saturday?
I'm going to be racing on Saturday. I'm going to put Barker back up on my Colt.
Okay.
Per Dad's request.
Well, maybe you should come over for an interview if you get a chance.
Oh, I usually stop over.
Okay, good.
Last year I was at Wellston with an old horse in the signature trot, and so I went out for the lead and got down to the half like 58, was up by 15 or so.
No doubt.
And we flipped down the backside. I looked up, and Alan was looking back. I'm like, oh, he's done. So I started chasing my horse, popped the plugs, started chasing him a little bit.
Right.
I got beat by a nose.
I
needed 2 more steps.
Oh, man.
But we was coming at the end, and yeah, I was. So I got up there and scoring down that horse. He grabs on like a tank. So I've got my wrist through the hand holes, scoring down. And of course, Chris has got to put the camera right on me.
Yeah.
And, Susan said, "Look like that horse takes a little hold." I said, "You think?" Now you get him behind the gate, and he was good, but he was easy to drive, but yeah, But I jumped in and asked Susan. I said, "Did I make it interesting enough?"
Yeah, absolutely. Get beat by a nose. That's
Yep.
interesting enough. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that there's no way that this front that is coming up from the south is going to miss us.
No.
The question is, what kind of level of intensity are we going to get out of it? It's mainly green on the radar, but there is a little,
Yeah. And it's coming from
yellow
behind us,
and
too.
red, and yeah, it's getting ugly. It is absolutely the most comfortable that it's been for the last 4 hours.
That it is, yes. Temperatures dropped.
Breeze is picking up.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, easy now.
My wife always says the Nice Songer horses never stand in the winner's circle. So I think they made a point now they're standing pretty good.
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah.
Warm-up should be over. We can go like qualifiers if you guys can have them ready. I'm being told that less than
Well, there should be. Don't really need to be any more warm-ups at this stage. They ought to be able to just bring them out.
Yeah. So we got, like I say, we got Wellston Friday night at 6:30, Saturday night at 6 p.m.
I'll be there for that one.
Yep. We got Monday as a doubleheader at Hilliard's, 11 o'clock and 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Let's see what else I got next week.
Lebanon, one racing day there.
I got
Monday.
Lebanon on Monday at 4 o'clock.
July 15th. Monday also at Oak Harbor, 5 o'clock there. So busy day Monday.
Busy day.
4 cards. One big card over there at Lebanon. Oak Harbor runs Tuesday, 5 p.m. Carrollton, Tuesday, noon, 5 o'clock. Double card for them. Then we hit Washington Courthouse Wednesday, July 17th. And Bucyrus, July 17th.
I've got Washington Courthouse on the 20th. So They skip a day in between?
Yeah, they go
do. 2
Wednesday
days,
back
they skip one.
Saturday.
Got it. That's going to be a fun weekend for me. I got Washington Courthouse on that Saturday, the 20th. I'll be covering the Proud Series finals at the Red Mile on Sunday, the 21st, down in Lexington, in Kentucky. It's their 2 and 3 year old fair season that they do the championships there. They have 8 races for $50,000 each, but also ostrich and camel racing prior to the 5:05 post time, which will be night racing at Red Mile for the first time in what I understand is many, many years. And then after that Sunday, I'm up at Marysville on Monday morning, the 22nd, and Tuesday, the 23rd in Sydney. So.
So you're busy. Yeah.
It'll be a great 4-day run, and if I could, that's all I really want is to just do this every day for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
So it's not a hassle.
Kristen, we need to take a break, or we're going to stay with it and roll on. Post parading, all right.
Starters are out and on the track for the 14th race, the 3rd division of the SNSB 2-year-old filly trot. Number 1 is scratched.
While we're waiting for the post parade here, the 1 is scratched. The 2, Whispering Breeze with Austin Hanners for trainer Pam Lung, Big Dog Racing, Long Tom filly. She started over at Circleville, trotted her mile in 2:09.
Number 3, Fancy Prize, Roy Burns for himself and Melissa out of Milford Center, and Enterprise filly, first lifetime start.
The 4, Hilltopper for Dawn. Rodney Gillespie trains and drives for John Foster. Ray Helton, both out of Piketon. Triumphant Caviar filly. She's had a 1 start, had a win at Circleville in 2:09, and a qualifying effort 2-1 and 2.
Number 5 is College Hearts, Kevin Snyder for Kim Daly. Long Tom filly, College Crystal by Can't Tap, first lifetime start.
And the 6 is
scored off the 2nd tier is number Small Sally for driver David Meyer.
starting from the 2nd tier is Lone Lake Sally for trainer, driver, co-owner David Meyer. Owns with Kelly Meyer out of Versailles, Ohio. Team 6 filly, first lifetime start for her.
Let's go with it.
Brian's hollering for him to get him ready for
Get
the
them
next
ready.
race.
Get them going, guys. Get them going.
It's getting darker and darker, and it's coming from behind us here in the grandstand. But we're looking at no odds on the tote boards yet. I'm going to guess Ronnie Gillespie is going to be the favorite with a win. She looks like she likes to front end. Of course, we got 1, 2, 3 making our first lifetime start. We got nothing on them.
Starter John Ingram calling
Whispering.
the trotters. It's post time.
Come on, guys.
Yep. Let's get to the gate. So, and I'm looking across here at the judges stand. Brian's got a blind spot. The back part of that judges stand,
That
there's no
tree?
windows. No, the windows there.
Okay.
He's got windows on 3 sides, and then the 4th side, the back side is kind of a. So Brian been doing a great job calling the races with that big of a blind spot there.
As long as we don't get lightning, we'll go through the ring as long as it's safe, but you gotta have them ready. Starter calls.
So we're going to try to get this race in. 14th, Whispering Breeze with Austin Hanners. We got the odds up. 4 horse, Hilltop for Dawn, 6-5 favorite. Whispering Breeze, the 2, 9-5, second choice. So 2-year-old trotting fillies. They're going to get a little
Is that
experience
rain?
in the rain here.
Is it raining?
It is raining.
That is
yeah.
rain.
Freshman and 2-year-old filly
Yep.
trotters are lined up for a start. As the race starts in Wilmington.
I remember where the brick building is now.
Yeah.
Wow. And here it comes. Off to the races. Let's take it to Brian.
So going around the backside here, Austin's got Whispering Breeze on the front end. Hilltopper for Dawn's going to take the seat second. Sitting third is Fancy Prize. Fourth is Long Lake Sally and College Hearts Trails. 32 seconds flat for the opening quarter. So we got two of them on the front end here. We got Austin with Whispering Breeze. Sitting second is Hilltopper for Dawn. It's a gap of about 12 back to Fancy Prize. Fourth on the outside comes Long Leg Sally and David Meyer, and Kevin Snyder can still see them all. In front of the grandstand for the first time. Whispering Breeze and Austin's taking them to the half here, leading by 2 over Hilltopper Dawn. Is gap of 15 back to Fancy Prize. Little rough gated there, Long Leg Sally and College Hearts. 103 and 2/5 seconds to the half. So 31-second panel there. Whispering Breeze still on the front end. Ronnie's consent to sit second there, gapped off by a couple. And they're pulling apart away from the rest of them. 3/4 pole.
There's Ronnie's
Whispering
move.
Breeze.
There
Yep,
he
here
comes.
comes Ronnie Gillespie with Hilltopper for Dawn. He tried. Just can't get clear
Well,
to Austin. Sitting third, Fancy Prize. We're going to have a race for third here, looks like, between Fancy Prize and College Hearts. Top of the stretch. Whispering Breeze opens up by 5 over Hilltopper Dawn. So this one's all overs. Austin gets another win today for Pamela Young. Hilltopper for Dawn was second. And a battle for third between Fancy Prize and College Hearts. Fancy Prize hangs on for third. Did you get the time of the mile?
I got the half at 103 and 2. I didn't hear anything after that.
All right. So Austin gets the win with Whispering Breeze. For a trainer. 2-4-3.
Yeah.
Huh?
Could
I
be
don't
the,
know yet.
that might be the time as well.
2:03 and 1. 2:04 and 1. Okay.
Last half in 1:04.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
That's not bad, yeah.
No. And it is officially pouring
It is,
at
yep.
the Clinton County Fairgrounds here in Wilmington.
And they are coming over for the winner's circle photo. I was kind of wondering if they would or not, but yeah. I tell Ellen, don't worry about the blanket.
Yeah.
She doesn't mind getting wet.
Something tells me she's a little bit of a trooper.
She is.
Yeah, I can tell.
But I know she's worried about the camera, though.
Oh, absolutely.
Those aren't cheap.
No,
Yeah.
no, they're not.
So. She was on the way up here talking to Brad, and Brad said, just take a towel, best you can. And she said, you didn't send a towel with me. Messing with Brad. They like to mess with each other.
She's not wasting any time getting back to dry land, I'll tell you that.
No.
We got 3 more races. The 15th is next. Ohio Colt Racing Association 3-year-old filly pace. This is the third division of 3 that's coming up, sponsored by Woodland Run Equine. Chris, let's take a short break. We'll be back shortly, guys.
For over 50 years, Midland Acres has provided top-quality Ohio-bred colts and fillies. As a third-generation farm, we understand the importance of delivering well-cared-for and well-mannered yearlings. Get in the winner's circle with the yearlings by Fear the Dragon, Yankee Cruiser, Long Tom, Summa Cum Laude, Ready for Moni, and Bit of a Legend. See our yearlings at the Blooded Horse Sale August 27th and the Ohio Select Sale September 15th.
Do you want your horse to shine in the winner's circle? Feed DAC oil. It makes a world of difference.
All right. So Brian's called the mutuals have shut down for the remaining of the race, so we're going to run these off as quick as we can. As soon as they get them out here.
Non-wagering.
Non-wagering. Races 15, 16, 17.
Well, that does it. Get my wrap. I'm leaving.
Oh, my gosh. So, 15th race here. Third division, 3-year-old pacing fillies.
I got Austin as a driver change on the 1.
On the 1, all right.
And I think that's all I have is noted here is any changes for this
Okay. Why don't you start us off with the 1 then?
Certainly. Fear the X, Austin Hanners for Brett Schwartz. It's almost getting too dark to be able to read the program. Fear the Dragon, Big Bad Brett by Big Bad John Schwartz and Larek from Leesburg are the owners. 4 starts this year. Nothing to show for it, but a qualifier. Came out 5th the first race, 3rd, second race, broke, and then an 8-hole. Should be ready for an improvement here this afternoon.
The 2 is Easter's Pet. Chris Hope trains and drives the Pet Rock filly for Kenneth Briggs and Gary Loy. The All-American Native Mare Easter Surprise. She's got 1 start this year. 6 starts last year. So it doesn't look like she's got a lot of experience here.
Not yet.
No.
Not
a
yet.
couple 2-1, 2-2 miles over at Greenville Fair last year. She was So they just called them back to the barn. We got lightning in the area. So they're going to wait a few minutes here, see if the lightning moves out, and then we'll go with them.
Let's take a quick look at the radar map. The big red part of this front actually slid a little bit to the west of us, so we're right on the edge of it a little bit.
Okay.
And after this heaviness goes through, there's going to be another break again, but I'm not sure whether or not everybody's going to want to hang out for it. But it will stop raining here in a little bit, probably 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah. So the rain I don't think is a problem, but
the lightning,
the lightning. We got Bob still out there working the track and keeping it screened. We got a 6-horse field in this one. We got a 4-horse field and then a 7-horse field. So,
did we finish the introductions?
We did not.
Where'd we stop?
You got the 3.
I got the 3?
Yep.
I finished the 3?
No.
I'm up for the 3.
You're up with the 3.
Heartstrings, Jeff Neisinger from Mark Winters. Stephen McCoy from Columbus is the owner. Down by the seaside. This filly's got one of the best daddies around. Odds on Less My Heart out of Western Hanover. $47,000 purchase at the Lexington sales.
So they're going to wait till about 8:40 here, 10 minutes, make a call. The 4 is going to be Queen Bee and Me, Pat Malloy Jr. drives, trains, and co-owns with Lisa Goslin and Logan Malloy. She's got 10 starts this year, a second and a third. A little over $6,000 on her card. Been racing up at Scioto consistently, 55, 54. Last handful of starts.
With Brett.
Yep, Brett in the last 2 starts.
Yep, big improvement there.
She was a $28,000 Lexington purchase.
Number 5, Frontier Dragon, Kane Kaufman for Steve Carter, owned by Hopper, Gray, Chevet, and Gray. So Fear the Dragon filly by Carol Desire at a Real Desire. 8 starts this year, nothing to show for it. Good year last year, 13 out of 17 in the money. A mark of 53 and earnings close to $60,000 as a 2-year-old. I would say that based on what we're seeing here in the program, this one did not come back as good as 3 as they were probably hoping for after that 2-year-old campaign.
Yeah, been pacing 54 and 55. Got a 52 mile there in the Buckeye Stallion Series. Finished 3rd, so.
Not bad.
No.
Not bad.
Carter does a good job with them. So,
yes, sir.
If they don't do any good, he don't keep them around very long.
Is that his deal? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Out of here.
He's got too many of them.
Yeah, to mess with it. Got it.
The 6 is Dancing Robin. Roy Wilson in the bike for trainer-owner and brother in blue, Kent Saunders.
Nice.
He's another uniformed guy. 10 starts this year, 3 thirds. Another one didn't come back as well as they hoped. 14 starts, 2 wins last year. She hit the board 8 out of 14 times last year, about $17,000. So she's a Dancing Yankee Gray filly out of Full of Fun. Mare Robin Full of Fun, homebred for Kent. Finished 3rd over at Circleville there, a couple of starts back.
Nice subtle field.
Yep, see how they're going to handle the mud here.
Yeah, so what do they say? They're going to wait until...
About 10 minutes here and reevaluate everything, make sure it's moved out, and then they'll make a decision. Okay. So the
starting gate's going to check the traction on the track.
So hopefully he gives us the green light to go, and if it is, and we'll get these last 3 races in.
Yep, it looks pretty okay to the south, so probably going to have to scrape that mud out of the inside, out of the 1 hole. Well, that wasn't as bad as what we had at 4 o'clock, folks. I could tell you that. My goodness gracious. That was crazy earlier on this afternoon. We had to push post time back from 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock in order to allow the team here to get the track into condition. And I will tell you that, again, when I got here, the place was an absolute mess. And the fact that they had the track in the kind of shape that they've had it in for the races so far today is really just miraculous based on how bad it was. We had standing water about halfway out into like the 4-lane on the track, and of course it did recede, and then it was scraped, and then it was pushed, and everything you could do to make the track workable for the horses, and the team did a great job. And we're just waiting a few more minutes, and we'll have a decision here. Again, they've gone non-betting so that they can shut down the tote folks over there. They've got a lot of electronic equipment as we do, but they're a little bit more out in the open there with some of their stuff as we are underneath the covered grandstand, which didn't matter at 4:30, but it does this time.
Yeah, it saved us this time. Yeah, so it looks like they're having technical difficulties at Cortland also. So they're they're going to record the races and then post them a little bit later on. Looked at Bell Fountain, and it said was live, and their video will be available soon. So I don't know, they don't think they would be done yet.
No, I wouldn't think so.
Well, I bet they are. Let me
Is
see.
that right?
Yep. The 9th race went off at 8:15, and they had one more to go. So my guess is going to be Frank's on his way home, or at least packing up.
Well, he'll be happy to get off the road.
Yeah. So, I was looking up results from Bell Fountain. 2-year-old trotting colts went tonight. Seeing what they went in. Huh, they go in 2:13. I went in 2:4 yesterday.
2:13, really?
2:13 was one division. Let's see here. 2:7 was the other. What else we got? Oh, they only had 2 divisions up there. So yeah, 2-year-old trotting colts, there's not very many, or there's not very many that made it
Right.
to the races here.
So tomorrow we've got nothing in Ohio in terms of fairs, nothing on Thursday, and Wellston on Friday, right?
Correct. Friday and Saturday. Jackson County, Southern Valley Circuit. Rod Newhart pretty much does everything down there. I think he's got a few people that help him out, but for the most part, Rod is the man down there at Southern Valley.
Well, it's fair season everywhere. They're
Get the gate out of there safely before we go back to racing. We'd love to get them in, and I know you guys would too. We got to make sure we can get the gate out of there safe. They want to work it just for a couple minutes, go another test run, and we'll go from there.
Okay, we're a couple of minutes away from knowing what the deal is, but I think we're looking more towards a yay than a nay,
Yep.
which is great.
Track worked a little bit, make sure the gate can go safely.
Oh, where did that come from?
Huh, we spoke too soon.
Another round of rain. Fair racing going on in all over. Kentucky on Saturday, Iowa, Michigan, Illinois, Indiana. Tis the season, as we say. And in case there's any doubt in anybody's mind in terms of who has not only the most fairs, but the coolest fairs.
Have you ever been to Rock Springs?
Yeah.
Have you?
I
Okay.
have. Yeah, I actually got to do Rock Springs. I got to do Rock Springs with Roger Houston last year.
Did you?
Yeah. And that stone wall, right?
Yep.
So I was down at Cumberland Run in Corbin, Kentucky, which is the newest parimutuel track in the state of Kentucky. It opened up last fall. And they have a very similar wall. The Verlin Yoder and his team blew off the top of a mountain is where they built that racetrack. And there is a stone wall.
On the outside?
Yeah, right there.
What'd you think of those turns at Rock Springs?
Oh, the safety pin. So it's crazy because one turn is super tight and one turn is super wide. And when you look at it, because I had heard about it before I went down there, so of course I looked at it on Google Maps, and, you know, the aerial shot, and I'm like, oh,
Hey,
what are we
Chris.
listening to?
Hey, Chris. No, that's playing through us. That's playing through us. Oh, you're right.
That's okay.
I heard myself. I'm like, oh, do I sound that bad?
When I saw what that track looked like from an aerial view, I'm like, okay, somebody messed up here because that's not what it's supposed to be like.
Yeah.
Because that first turn is like going into the first turn at Northfield. I mean, super tight.
And the
Right
far
on top,
turn's
but
even
the
tighter.
far turn, yeah.
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 I took I don't know, a handful of years ago, I took Cisco down there for the first time. Took Dad's trot and colt down, and Scott was driving him a little bit. And Scott said, he said, I'll take the old horse, the free-for-all pace. End up being 3 of them in there going for $1,000. He said, no entry fee. We're making the trip. I'm like, absolutely, send him.
Sure. Yep.
Had one, hadn't been doing very good. The other horse has been racing okay. but it was this boy's first time, lifetime starting drive.
Oh.
Of all places to start driving was Rock Springs.
No.
Scott had the outside. I told Scott, I said, leave with the old horse. I said, you'll bully this kid. You'll get to the front. So he's left.
He left,
Yep.
okay.
And the kid let him go. And the kid come at him. I forget where. Maybe right at the half. He come at Scott. And got by Scott down the backside, actually. And then going to the last turn, Scott caught back up with him.
Right.
So he went to the inside of him. Because
Okay.
the last turn, you rim rail that one.
Absolutely.
You stay up high.
Absolutely.
Try to make that turn as
Yeah,
wide
slingshot.
as you can. And Scott said, I put him on the inside. He thought, oh, this is a heck of a move. He said, until the bike started sliding out from underneath me. He's like, oh, my gosh, hang on, old man, hang on, old man.
No.
Yep, and he got by
no.
got by him and halfway up the stretch and won. Scott said, never again.
No.
Of course, he made a mistake. I think they raced on a Wednesday and Thursday. We raced Thursday. He made the mistake and watched the live stream on Wednesday.
On Wednesday.
He called me. He said, what did you get me into?
Right.
I said,
Right.
"Just-"
He saw it coming.
Yep. I said, you made a mistake and watched. So.
Yeah.
And, of course, the trot colt was the colt was in the first race.
Right.
So Scott couldn't
Oh,
see
he
the
had
gate.
no. Oh,
yeah,
no.
so he was a little worried about
no,
that.
Oh, the only prep he had was watching the day before.
Yes.
Wow.
Which colt run anyway, but he run every time, and he just couldn't.
Couldn't get it done.
No. Dad had the mare. The first 3 foals out of her was really good. Had 2 deep chips and a. I can't think of the other one's name. But then he went to Long Tom.
Okay.
And for some reason, the Long Tom horses out of that mare it was just a bad cross.
Oh.
They would not trot.
Huh.
So he got rid of the mare because of his health.
Right.
And the guy that bought her, he's got a Ready for Money
Okay.
colt to break this year. So I'm looking forward to that one. But the best was the deep chips. But the filly, she was mean. After the 2-year-old year, we had to, Pops. If Pops was standing there, Dad, you could work with her. If he walked away, she'd try to kill you.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she only liked him?
Yeah.
Wow.
And you had to hook and unhook inside a barn.
Couldn't do it outside.
No. She just, they're at Piketon. Have you been to Piketon?
I have.
Behind the barns is that hill?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I almost went down it with her.
Oh, no.
Yeah, she was on 2
From
legs.
the top
leaping.
down to the track? Or down to the...
Yeah,
Oh,
she was at.
bad.
Yeah, that was the first start with her, and that did not go well. So that's when we learned we got to hook inside and outside of a barn.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I parked in the wrong spot in Piketon. But I found somebody with a golf cart.
Did you?
Yeah, which was really necessary because as he's driving me down there, I'm like, and then I get there and I don't remember who I was working with. That might have been with Chris. I'm not sure. We do Piketon together last year. Yeah, we did. At to the bottom, and I saw everybody was parked in the infield except for me. I was like 4 miles away up the hill on the other side of the road. Right. Yeah.
He didn't get the memo.
I didn't get the memo. Nobody sent me the Google map of the directions on that thing. I missed all that.
All the trains going by during the races.
Yes. Yeah, and you could feel the bleachers shaking a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gotta love the Southern Valley circuit.
Oh, for sure.
It's different.
Get to the racetrack. Christopher Hope, Easter's Pet. Let's get to the racetrack.
Do I see a horse?
We got 3 on the track. The rest of them are coming.
What time of the day is it? It's almost 9 o'clock at night.
I know.
I think there's a cup of coffee in my future. We'll ride back to Columbus. I'm on the east side of Columbus. It's only about an hour and 10 minutes.
We will not be doing the post grades. We're going to get these horses out and get them raced. Number 1,
Now, when you, just heads up, and anybody listening also, if you're coming to Washington Courthouse next week,
Yep.
Route 62, there's a road closure between Mount Sterling and Darbydale. So you're going to have to come down 71 and cut across 56.
Hey, I got a question for you.
Sure, I got an answer.
62 is the road that goes from Mount Sterling to Washington Courthouse?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I've been on that road twice in the last month. I was going north towards Mount Sterling, and on the left-hand side, on the west side of that road, there's a horse farm with a bunch of babies in the front yard. Whose farm is that?
Midland Acres. Yep.
There's no sign. There's only an address.
Yep.
There's only an address on the mailbox. There's no sign. That's Midland Acres.
That's Midland Acres. They're
Well, I
not
gotta
flashy
tell
or
ya,
anything. So.
I stopped my car. I went past it. I turned into a driveway and went back and turned around, and I played with, I don't know, I think there must have been 16 of them. And they all came right at the babies and the mamas.
Yep. Yep.
Beautiful little spot.
So we got the 15th on the track. We're back ready to go.
Yeah.
No wings on the starting gate. So we're going to go with this. 3-year-old Pacing fillies, race 15.
They're off in there pacing, and Heartstrings is going for the lead along with Queen Bee and Me. On the inside, Fear the X. They're 3 wide at the back of the pack. As moving up on the outside is Frontier Dragon, and on the inside, Dancing Robin. The early trailer is Easter's Pet. Around the turn they go, and Nice Honor is up front with Heartstrings by about 2 lengths. Queen Bee and Me pocketed up in second. Inside third, Fear the X. Then it's further back to the 3 trailers, Dancing Robin, Frontier Dragon, and Easter's Pet. Heartstrings is hard held on the front through an opening quarter of 29 4/5. Solid fractions in these conditions for Heartstrings and Martin. Winner's trainee for Jeff Nice-Hunter, and they're on top by 2. In the pocket, Queen Bee and Me looks him over for Pat Malloy Jr. Inside third is Fear the X. On the inside fourth, Dancing Robin. And it's far back to the 2 trailers, Frontier Dragon and Easter's Pet. In front of the stands they go, and Heartstrings continues to show the way by a length. Inside second, Queen Bee and Me. They paced a half, 59 4/5 seconds. Fear the X is revving up on the outside for Austin Hanners, and here that one comes. Heartstrings is still the one. On the outside, Fear the X. Inside, Queen Bee and Me. Second over to fourth is Dancing Robin, and it's far back to Frontier Dragon and Easter's Pet. Down the backside they go, and Heartstrings is still there by a length. Fear the X is on the outside. Queen Bee and Me will need to find room. 3 quarters on the board in 129 3, and around the turn they go. Heartstrings on the outside, Fear the X. Queen Bee and Me will look 3 wide on the grandstand side. On the inside, Heartstrings between horses, Fear the X. On the far outside, Queen Bee and Me is pacing up a storm. On the outside for Pat Malloy, Queen Bee and Me 3 wide, draws clear in the late stages over Fear the X and a hard-charging Frontier Dragon. Time of the mile, 159 4/5.
Wow.
Wow.
59 4.
Yeah, and that?
Yeah.
Really good, and a nice steer by Pat Malloy. Wow.
Yeah, it looked like Nice Hunger had his hands full with Heartstrings, which shows she likes to front and stuff, but just can't finish that well.
No.
So, and then
No, and Queen Bee and Me got into a condition that that worked out pretty good for the filly today.
Yep.
That was great.
Austin first up there with Fear the X, Brett Schwartz filly. Just couldn't get it done there.
Yeah, and the 6 got a little cover behind Austin, but I think when Austin lost his momentum, the 6 had no shot of being able to hold on to any of that cover. So yeah, Queen Bee and Me, Pat Malloy for the Malloy family. First win of the year.
Second win in lifetime. Looks like Pat's got his hands full.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. 59-4 for the filly. Nice mile in the mud here.
Well, she's got no help out there.
No. Yeah, she's all right. Ellen, pay
Grab
attention.
the blanket.
Pay
Grab
attention,
the
Ellen.
horse. Don't forget the horse.
Come on, Ellen. What are you doing? Whoop, 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 whoop. It's okay, Chris. You can laugh too. There you go.
There we
Take
go.
a picture any way you can.
Absolutely. We had one in Kentucky last Saturday. The horse would just not stand still. Randy Gerald drove the horse. The Pfister family of Lexington, they own a bunch of them down there. And the Pfisters were all out on the track. And Randy just said to the photographer, I'm going to circle around and come past. As soon as the horse's butt gets in front of them, take the picture, because I ain't stopping.
Yep. Drive by. That's
Drive-by.
That's what Brad calls it.
A drive-by. Yeah.
So 15 in the books. We got 2 to go. I think we're going to get them in.
I think we are,
Yep.
too. The
Only thing
16th is going to be 3-year-old filly trot.
Pat's
Chris?
in the 16th, too. So we've got just a few minutes here.
Perfect.
So, Chris, how about a couple commercials?
We'll be right back, folks.
For over 50 years,
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year. Our expert team of boarded surgeons, sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sport horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
We are back at the Clinton County Fair here in Wilmington, Ohio. Track is wet, but it is fast, as evidenced by a sub-2-minute mile in the last race after a little shower that we had here. The 16th is a 1-mile trot, 3-year-old fillies, Bertie Lewis Memorial. And I'm turning the flashlight on my phone on so I can
getting a little dark. Yeah,
I can see what's going on here. We'll do the rundown for you. Number 1, 6 times a lady. Greg Brumbaugh is the owner, trainer. David Brumbaugh, the owner. I'm sorry, David is the owner. Greg is driving and training. This is a Team 6 filly out of Hallie Coy by I Look Like My Mom. First lifetime start.
The 2 trots right on by. Alan Woolham's going to get the drive for the 3-year-old creatine filly. How the Uncle Peter mare trots like no other. Brian Georges trains, co-owns with his mother, Marianne Georges, Kevin Manley, and Kay Walker. 3 starts this year with a win. He's got a qualifying record of 57-4 at Scioto, and took a mark of 59 up at Scioto.
It's pretty impressive if you look at those. I mean, this is a 3-year-old filly trotter. Look at the last 5 post positions.
9, 8, 10, 5, 7.
Right, and it includes 2 wins, including that one in 57-4 in the qualifier.
So, but Jeremy Smith driving. So
true.
Yeah, that's
true. A little change.
Oh yeah, a change. But I told Alan I'd be fairly nice.
I don't know where your fairly nice is on a scale of 1 to 10. Honestly, I'm not sure. Number 3 is Fashion Design. Pat Malloy Jr. in the bike. Pat won the last race. He is the driver. He is the trainer, and he is the owner, along with Lisa Goslin of Eaton. This is a Credit Fashion 3-year-old filly by the mare Cavalier's Victory out of Victory Sam. Last year, 13 starts, 7 in the money, and 11,000 in earnings. A market 208 at Urbana. What did I miss? That car?
Yeah. He might make it.
Oh, he's spinning, isn't he?
Uh-huh. Yep. And the 4, Our Moment in Time, Ronnie Gillespie. Going to drive for Jim Arledge Jr., Laura and Paul Baker. Galloway, Ohio, owns the Long Tom filly. She's got 10 starts this year. Has not hit the board yet. Been racing up at Buckeye Stallion Series at Northfield and a few starts up at Scioto. So 4 trotting fillies, 3-year-olds going to the gate for the Bertie Lewis Memorial. They're on behind the gate there. We're going to send it back up to Brian.
Here they come. They're off in their trotting and Fashion Design went out very quickly from the lead. On the outside, Our Moment in Time. Timed it up into second. Trots right on by, is away in third. And then it's the first time starter. 6 times a lady away nicely in fourth. So Pat Malloy Jr. just won the last race, and he's right up front with Fashion Design by about 3 lengths. In the second is Our Moment in Time. Trots right on by, is away in third. Far back to the breaker, 6 times a lady. Opening quarter mile station, and Fashion Design has him by a length. Opening quarter was trotted in 31 and 2/5 seconds. Around there in second is Our Moment in Time. Trots right on by, is a closer third, and then 6 times a lady is fourth. Front of the fans in the stands for the first time, and Fashion Design, the Credit Fashion filly, looks for her first victory of the season, and she's got him on top by about 2 lengths. In there second, peeking to the outside is Our Moment in Time. Trots right on by, is a closer third, and they're halfway home behind the lead of Fashion Design. She trimmed the timer at 102 and 3/5, a solid tempo for these, and they're going around the turn and ready to head down the backside. And Fashion Design continues to lead the way by a length. Our Moment in Time looks anxious from the pocket, as Trots right on by is right there in third, and then 6 times a lady is fourth. Down the backstretch they go, and up top we got Fashion Design, who sprints away by about a neck over Our Moment in Time. Trots right on by, goes on with him in third, and then 6 times a lady is fourth. Around the turn they go, 3/4 was trotted in 134 and 1/5, and Fashion Design and Our Moment in Time are battling up front. Trots right on by is into third, and 6 times a lady is fourth. They turn for home, and on the outside, Our Moment in Time is battling up with Fashion Design. Trots right on by, but off stride with Our Moment in Time. That'll leave Fashion Design to win it over Trots right on by, and the breaking Our Moment in Time. Time of the mile, 2:04, 4/5. Let's bring them right on. Bring them right on for the 17th. Let's bring them right on for race 17. We scratched the 2. I like it in the dark. It's scratched. Bring them right on for race 17.
All right, race 16 is done. A back-to-back winning training driving for Pat Malloy Jr. with Fashion Design here. The Credit Fashion filly.
I would like to know when the last time was Pat Malloy Jr. won 2 races in a row.
Yeah.
Because I'll bet it's been a little while.
It might have been, yes.
Right? But good for him. Oh, that's great. That's a nice little horse, and he owns, trains, drives him, and he knew what he had. I mean, he was going to get beat, obviously, if the 4 didn't break, but he went straight out of the gate, took a good shot at it, and raced a pretty solid mile.
Yeah, got the fractions he wanted there. And
yep.
So.
Absolutely. The 17th and the finale is coming up in just a few minutes. Let's see if Pat's coming back. Take a quick picture.
Yep.
No blanket.
No. Of course, this is the first time she's took pictures and done blankets.
And blankets.
Brad's a pro at it because he's got a little height too. He can throw it over.
Right.
Yeah, she's short. And
yeah, it's not easy.
Yeah, some things get in the way of hers. And
sure.
There we go.
That's the final division of the Bertie Lewis Memorial, the fastest division
do not get the blanket.
No blanket, just a
Nope.
victory.
Yep.
Just a victory and a check. Chris, you want to take one more break?
Let's bring it right on for the 17th Signature Series.
I didn't get an answer. Did you get an answer?
Break
One
or
more
we'll
break?
keep rolling.
Yeah, let's take one more break. We'll come back for the final. Thanks for being with us, folks. We'll be right back. Commercial break.
For over 50 years, Midland Acres has provided top quality Ohio-bred colts and fillies. As a third-generation farm, we understand the importance of delivering well-cared-for and well-mannered yearlings. Get in the winner's circle with the yearlings by Fear the Dragon, Yankee Cruiser, Long Tom, Summa Cum Laude, Ready for Moni, and Bit of a Legend. See our yearlings at the Blooded Horse Sale August 27th and the Ohio Select Sale September 15th.
Volstead, Coach K Hanover, Slay, Ohio's top trotters stand at Dublin Valley Farms. Volstead's offspring include Sugar Instead, the 2023 Ohio 2-year-old Trotting Filly of the Year, and 2024 Ohio Sire Stakes winner Jurassic Hattie. Coach K Hanover, the son of world record holder Walner, and Slay, the son of Chapter 7, standing his first season at Dublin Valley Farms.
All right, back here for the finale. The Ohio Trotting Derby, sponsored by StandingStallions.com and the Roger Hughes Stable. Thank you, Charlie Taylor and Jason Moore, for the StandingStallions.com sponsorship. Let's go with the 1, Heavenly Hope. Michelle Caldwell owns, trains, and is going to drive.
Yep.
The 7-year-old Wishing Stone Gelding. He's got 19 starts this year, a win, a second, 3/3, took a mark of 56-4 at Miami Valley.
Number 2, I Like It in the Dark, Emma Wahlberg for Russell Early the second.
Scratch.
Third has been scratched. Do I get another one?
You go for it.
Okay, thanks. Lightning Frenzy, Ronnie Gillespie for Dan O'Mara, who owns along with Marjorie Polhomus. 20 starts already this year, just 1 win, 1 second, and 2/3, 11,000 in earnings, and a mark of 159 at Mount Vernon.
Trying to look. I think Nysonger's on that one, if I see it right. Yeah, Nysonger's on a 3. The 4, MJ's Wishing for Pete. Jason Beatty on board for owner trainer Doyle Bross. Uncle Peter, 5-year-old gelding, has 11 starts this year, a win, a second, 2/3, over 13,000 in the bank. Took a mark down at Miami Valley, also 56-4.
Number 5, Sultan of Cash, Roger Hughes, drives, trains, owns, 9-year-old gelding, 21 starts, 7 out of 21 in the money, mark of 54-4, 25,000 in earnings.
And then the 6 is going to be Penance. Looks like Austin's on it for Jacob Zink, who trains and owns. The 7-year-old father Patrick, 21 starts this year, over 15,000. Miami Valley record, 58-2.
And number 7, E.R. Nelson, Pat Malloy Jr. is his second tier. Pat is the driver, the trainer, and the owner, along with Lisa Goslin. And 18 start this year, looking for a first win 6 times between second and third. And that is your lineup for the finale.
So Michelle's going to have her.
Clinton.
Yeah, Michelle's going to have her hands full
With that
This
horse,
Yeah,
that
he's
one.
ramming behind the gate. She's got the rail and no wings.
Oh boy. 17th, let's send it upstairs. Yep.
They're off in there trotting, and Sultan of Cash pushed it away. And on the inside, Lightning Frenzy as they bank into the first turn. Sultan of Cash trots up to take command over Lightning Frenzy, and then Heavenly Hope protected real position over MJ's Wishing for Pete. Penance and E.R. Nelson is the trailer. Up front, Sultan of Cash. He has the lead by 4 lengths. In there second, Lightning Frenzy. Heavenly Hope is third. Beatty found a seat with MJ's Wishing for Pete in fourth as Malloy moves to the outside with E.R. Nelson, and the trailer is Penance. They trotted a quarter in 29 3/5 seconds, and Sultan of Cash, the hometown boy, he trains right here at Wilmington. He leads them by 4 lengths. But now, coming on the outside with a rush from the backfield is E.R. Nelson. But up front, Sultan of Cash still has the lead by a length. Tightening in now from the inside, Lightning Frenzy. E.R. Nelson continues to advance. MJ's wishing for Pete. Is second over to fourth. Then Heavenly Hope and Penance. Half was trotted in 59 and 4/5 seconds. And Sultan of Cash is the one to beat. The Cash hole gelding has kicked clear by 3 lengths. On the inside second, Lightning Frenzy now looking 3 wide on the outside is MJ's wishing for Pete. And down the backside they go. And Roger Hughes Jr. has Sultan of Cash on top by a length. Lightning Frenzy is in there to be second through 3/4 in 1:29 and 3. And around the turn they splash in the standing off stride on the front when Sultan of Cash off stride. And inheriting the lead is Lightning Frenzy. He's being chased by E.R. Nelson as they turn for home. On the inside with the lead, trying to cling to it is Lightning Frenzy. On the inside is E.R. Nelson. On the grandstand side is Penance. But what else could it be on a rainy night but a Lightning Frenzy who took the StandingStallions.com Ohio Trotting Derby? Time of the mile, 2:01.
2:01. Lightning Frenzy. Yes, an appropriate name for a horse under the current conditions of what we may be dealing with in Ohio for part of us for the rest of the evening. And if I'm not mistaken, that kind of wraps it up, guys.
Yeah, it does.
Enjoyed it. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Pleasure working with you for the first time.
Yeah, may have a driver's objection here.
Who did what?
Jason Beatty, when he went by the starter, he kind of said something because he's the one that run at the 3/4
Yep,
pole.
he sure did.
So,
Yep.
so we'll see for that. But yeah, Lightning Frenzy, the unofficial winner. So Roger Hughes and Michelle Caldwell are brother and sister.
Oh, okay.
Usually Roger beats Michelle, and this time Michelle got him because he ran in the last turn.
Nice.
So she's like, she said something about, nope, he always beats me. So I like to just beat him one time. So she got him today. Yep. But Sultan of Cash, he was closing in on 300,000 lifetime. So not going to happen today. But
E.R. Nelson got up
With
I
his
think,
fifth
from
winner of the night,
2 wins.
driver Jeff Niceauger, Lightning Frenzy, takes the inaugural division of the StandingStallions.com Signature Series Trot. Lightning Frenzy is a 6-year-old bay gelding by Don't You Forget It out of the American Winter Mare, Stormy Valentine, owned by Marjorie Paul Hamus of Ludlow Falls, Ohio, Dan O'Mara of Greenville, Ohio. Dan O'Mara trains. Jeff Niceauger is the winning driver. Lightning Frenzy covers the mile in 2:01. He will be receiving a set of 6 mugs from StandingStallions.com, as well as a special collage win photo from Conrad Photo. Thanks to the connections and congratulations, Lightning Frenzy, Jeff Niceauger in the Ohio Trotting Derby. Thank you folks for sticking with us. Have a great rest of the week and a safe and pleasant trip home.
so we got all 17 in with a few delays, some wet track and stuff, but it was fast. So, Mike, good working with you.
You too, brother.
Chris,
Thank you so much.
always good
Enjoyed
working
it.
with you.
Thank you, Chris.
So we're going to wrap it up once again. Wellston, Friday and Saturday. Next time we're on air. So for Mike Langer, Chris Santa Catarina, I'm Jeremy Moore. We're taking the bridles off and heading home.
Good night, all. Thanks for being with us.
This has been Ohio County Fair Racing. Ohio County Fair Racing has been presented by Midland Acres, thestable.ca, Dublin Valley Farms, Big D Tack and Vet Supply, and the Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center. Ohio County Fair Racing is a presentation of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association.